You know Tommy Adams, don't you?
I know Tommy.
Hey, coach, if you...
Me and Tommy have slept together.
Ooh. Like
I mean,
that.
he was like 6 feet away on an air mattress while I was on the couch, but
That's not sleeping together.
I like to count it, Tommy.
He asked if we needed
That was
help.
the last time I ever saw
hop
Tommy.
on. I don't know. We could do like a hotline tonight.
Yeah, it's fine with me. I mean,
like
we're kind of
Pull
low on
somebody out of
things
the
lately.
chat or something like that, and we can all bitch about 2.0 together.
Bitch about 2.0. I'm enjoying it so far. I mean, I haven't played a single game yet, but I'm enjoying it so far.
Oh man, it's gonna be a tough road for me. I can tell you that.
Well, I'm excited to hear why. Did you hear about the war going on?
The war?
So I guess Minox Squadron decided to
With D and yet another squad builder.
yeah.
Yeah, I saw a couple of things about that. I didn't know what it was all about.
Did you see the extra part that's on there now?
Is that the bug one?
Just a second.
It says please send your Minoc/bug or whatever to here or something like that. I don't know.
Here, share screen. Go to that thing. Share. So there you go. You see that? that is now the Yasby thing. And then I was just doing an update to Cryodex and decided to have some fun. So
yay! Wait.
So that is now the new thing for Cryodex.
You're not doing anything updating wise at 2.0, are you? You're gonna let lying dogs lie or whatever? And
no, the only difference is we multiply the number of points to 200.
200, yeah.
So like right now the default is 200. So I mean, so how do I? You are screen sharing. How do I stop screen sharing? Stop there. Okay. Hi. So yeah. Default's 200 now. So if you go and download Cryodex and you want to do a 1.0 tournament, you got to switch it to like 1.
Neato. Yes, boys. I am intentionally breaking the Gordon rule tonight, so I owe Kyle some money, and I'm fully aware of that. It's gonna be worth it.
I am enjoying a nice triple X stout from Canada that I smuggled back with me.
That is a federal violation, by the way.
Well, and by smuggle back with me, they didn't ask me if I had any alcohol, and I was well under the legal limit that you're allowed to bring stuff back. So, I mean, there was nothing illegal about it.
You're still supposed to declare it.
They didn't ask me at the border. They said, "Where are you going? Where were you? How long were you there? What were you doing? Why did you lose so bad?"
Yeah, I was just about to ask you, did you win?
So bad.
So the city I'm from sent 5 teams up to Canada. 5 teams. We each played 3 games. Our combined record was 0 wins, 15 losses.
Holy shit.
Turns out Canada is really good at hockey. Our combined goals for was 15. We scored, like, out of 5 teams, we scored 15 points the whole tournament. Points against combined 156.
Oh my god.
We got fucking wrecked.
Did you guys even do anything?
I mean, it was like showing up to a tournament with 6 naked hawks. I mean, like, that's what it was like.
Hey, one guy did that.
Yeah, and he actually won a game. Like, and we had 1 period that we only let 1 goal in. So, like,
wait, you didn't even have a shutout period combined? effort, not a shutout period?
I mean, we gave a couple. Because our first game was 1-6, our second game was 0-10, and our last game was 2-9. But on the bright side, we had a blast. Like we had a lot of fun. Everybody was like super nice. I mean, it's easier to be nice when you're beating the shit out of somebody. So there's that. But it was a lot of fun though, and I got some poutine. That shit is amazing.
Yeah, you didn't get like Burger King poutine though, did you? You got legit stuff.
Real poutine.
I mean, I had poutine at Wayne Gretzky's restaurant. So
hey,
if there's anything more Canadian, I don't know what it is.
He played for the King.
I'm supposed to yell at you that Bruno is not French. He's Canadian.
I know he's French Canadian.
I think you called him a French bastard. He's like, "Will you guys get it straight that I'm not fucking French?" I'm like, dude, it's the first thing in the sentence of what you are. So we barely make it through our own sentences.
I like that. Did you listen to the episode?
I haven't gotten to it yet.
So
it's on the list, though. It's downloaded.
When he plays your commercial, he gives you a little bit of hell for for not doing what he asked you to.
I can't blame him. I really can't.
Right.
Yeah. No, templates look good.
Those do look good.
The first run. I think they're gonna mass do them all today, tomorrow, and Friday, and then hopefully he ships them out like Saturday or Monday. It takes about a week to get here, and then it's gonna be like another week to get them out, except for like AJ and Mark. But those two are gonna have a big old bag of goodies coming their way.
They'll get there sometime by 3.0. Did you show the picture of the one that we got done?
Oh, hold on. Let me see if he's actually got the new one.
Well, while he's doing that, I'll show you guys the one image we do have. That is really big. Okay. So we're still going to have to paint them, I think?
No.
We'll see. No?
You're talking about the...
Here's the image we got from Bruno. That doesn't look like it's painted in the middle, but it's got a line.
We'll have to paint that.
I'm wondering if it's got a fucking line, which is the important part.
Would we want to do the line on the other side?
No, all mine I want on the back, personally. Because then everything looks clean on the front, and then I got lines on the back when I need lines, whatever.
Yeah, you don't always need lines, right? So,
right.
And you know what? I wonder if you can see the reverse side of that. I wonder if you can see the line through the template. The stuff is somewhat transparent.
That's the other question I have. Because I don't really ever want to see the line. I want my templates to look like they always did.
Yep.
So that's just me.
What's your way on this turret indicator?
Looks fine. I mean, my only thing is it looks like it only works for the ghost, which I'm meh.
Well, we could print different sizes of them. One ghost and one.
If that's what we're planning, hooray, hurrah! But I mean, just like one size for the least common base ship seems strange to me. I don't know. I hope everybody has that in consideration, I guess.
Well, they should be really cheap if we do it right. So we could make multiple sizes and send out like 2 or 3 different sizes. Because you need what? The Ghost, and then what other ships have mobile arcs?
Every size ship
several.
does.
Yeah, lots of them do.
Well, every ship with a turret now has mobile arc.
Right. So we could send out one that would fit the small and one that would fit the medium or base or something like that.
I don't know. Uh, so some people have gotten me all ramped up and pissed off about rules today. So if anybody wants to start thinking of your rules questions, and we'll either get them on here somehow, either have people on. Why are you calling me? I'm not taking your call right now. And we can rant about people being wrong, and not just wrong, but like not like investigating things properly. God damn it, people, show your work. Like I was dealing with people today, is like, it clearly says in the rules reference each ship can only attack once. Like, you're wrong on so many levels. Like, you're so bad. It's like, at least try to look up and get a screenshot of your evidence, so that in the middle of the process you can go, oh shit, I am wrong. Or you can have evidence, so then you know.
There it is.
Okay. Oh, somebody said no, I did not take down the Wall of Fame. It's right there.
There. Check that out.
That was Poutine.
See that?
Yeah,
everybody see that?
There. Yep.
Huh? That's probably what they're going to look like.
Well,
only with raised lettering instead of the... Yeah. So anyway, that's kind of what we're going for. That could be fun. I just cannot. Oh dear God! Stop it! Stop. There we go.
Oh my God!
I can't believe that they didn't put a turret thing big enough for the ghost, though. But the fuck. Yeah. But whatever. No, don't need that. I think we're gonna regret it. What do you think? What do you guys think? You want to do kind of a little hotline thing? Call people in for 10 minutes or whatever, and have them rant or bitch or?
Yeah, I think that'll fit the extreme lack of content we have prepared, combined with the
extreme lack of content.
But like, everybody's starting to get into that point where they have, like, they've either heard or have stuff to play a couple of games of 2.0, or they're really starting to grasp the rules and getting some squad building in. So I think it's good to have people come on and like talk about their experiences so far. And
yeah, we're just let's just shoot the shit about 2.0, baby.
Spit out some rules questions and piss me off.
Loose ass town hall tonight, maybe. Did anybody get the title of the episode tonight? Movie reference, you know?
Just a second, let me hunt it down. Everybody else spoils it for me.
It's right there.
Uselessness, or How I Learned to Forget 1.0. I don't get it.
And Learn to Love the Bombs. It's Dr. Strangelove, man. Come on.
Nope.
One of Kubrick's finest. All right, I'm gonna step out for a second, freshen up this whiskey, and then we'll start. Let's get Tommy on deck if you want to do that, or can you not do that? I have to do that.
And we just send him the link, right?
Yep, just send him the link.
I can send links.
We'll get him on deck.
Tommy. Click, click, paste, go. Do the thing, Tommy. Do the thing. Press it. You know you want to, Tommy.
Click the button.
Click the button, Tommy. Peer pressure. We're really interesting, aren't we?
Yeah, right.
This makes for great radio. Holy shit.
Trying to read the chat.
What the fuck, man?
Sorry,
Jeez.
guys. I forgot that we didn't have Coach with us for a second. Hey, so did you want to? Are we going to do Audacity at all, or no? Because we're pulling audio off.
We'll just pull it from YouTube. There's zero reason to.
Did you want to talk at all about what got you all pissed off earlier in the week with those things not stacking?
Yeah, I can go over a few things. I got the show notes up here. I got another one that I gotta add. The excitement of the Ghost triple tap.
What?
Yeah, if you didn't know that, there's a combination that lets ghosts shoot 3 times in a round.
So I don't know that. And where are these mythical show notes of yours? On your computer?
No, it's I do all mine through
the Google Docs.
Yeah, here I'll get my shareable link here.
Got it. 829. Got it. It was
it?
way up there in the chat.
Yeah.
All right, so we're currently on the something part of the show notes.
Hi, Tommy.
Hey.
How you doing, Mega Man?
I'm doing all right. Been a long day. But...
Sounds like that for everybody.
Yep.
Mega Man.
Yep. Part of the reason for my username too on the forums and stuff.
I never really played a Mega Man game. I don't know why. Just
I would recommend Mega Man Battle Network, which is what this one's from, called Zero or ZX. But they're all older series.
Mega Man and Zelda. I've never played any of those games.
So
I know they're good. I know I should play them. I just haven't.
I've only, as far as the Zelda route, I only played the original gold cartridge NES Zelda game, and that's it.
That's super old.
Yeah. I've tried to play it, the one that came out, the first one that came out on Game Boy Advance, and I didn't really like it. I can see why people like it. It just wasn't my thing.
Type slower than Coach talks. It's not possible.
Wait, who said I'd type slower than Coach talks?
No, AJ's being smart.
Better than being dumb. Oh, dad jokes.
All right, we might as well just get this thing going then.
Well, thanks for letting me jump on, of course.
Yep, see you later.
I knew I was getting into that.
Hold on, I gotta stretch here a second. There we go.
Evidently, somebody said that your audio and your video are sometimes not syncing.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
Really?
Hey.
Coach's
At
mind.
least we don't sound like hell. Like
you know,
every cast too.
The shitty part is I plug it hardlined into the internet, right? And it's almost worse than me just going on Wi-Fi, which is dumb.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
You know, your mind and your mouth don't always jive either.
No, well, God, no, that's. I'm working on my ventriloquism. All right. Good morning, X-Wing. Hey, this is not a test. This is OCX Radio. Time to rockin' from the Delta Pilot to the 4BZ. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the OCX Radio podcast, broadcasting from the OCX studios in downtown Orange City, Iowa. My name is Aaron the Coach Kroll, and join with me today, the one, the only, Chris Chico Brown.
And I am excited to talk about a game I haven't played yet. Oh.
Hey, I've only got one game in, and I got enough to bitch about it all night.
Oh, I'm a little frightened.
Back from the dead, everyone's favorite party animal, Chicago.
As always, here to party, and I haven't played a game yet either.
This is like, what, 2 weeks in a row for you?
3. Suck it.
Fuck me. Suck it. Awesome. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we wow. This is almost like the dead time between waves, and everyone knows everything, and it's just, but it's not. I mean, we have tons of stuff we could talk about. It's just everyone else is talking about the same fucking shit. So I don't know. We're gonna do what we do best. We're gonna open up the hotline, and we're gonna bring in people for 10, 15 minutes. Let them either rant or rave about 2.0. We're no more 1.0 talk. We're done with that. So,
What's that?
yeah, what is that? So, basically, what we have first, we're gonna give him, I guess, the introduction right away. Mr. Tommy Adams is on the show. Welcome, Tommy.
Thanks. Glad to be on.
Congratulations on your first appearance on the OCX Radio podcast show.
This is not his first appearance. He's been on here at least twice now.
All of you just joining in, that I am totally breaking the Gordon rule tonight, because that's how my life is going. So fuck off. I owe Kyle $50 and I'm drinking whiskey tonight. So if I forget that Tommy's been on once before, just gonna have to roll the punches, Tommy. Sorry. Deal with it.
I'm sure if I actually had my actual video going, you'd probably recognize me.
You know what? And I looked at your picture on the messengers thing, and I'm like, oh shit, that's Tommy. I'm like, I swear to God, man, I know I've talked to you, but at that time, I'm like, this is one of those fucking crazy ass fans that just follow me everywhere, and it's that. But I've seen you. I swear, I've seen you at like almost every Gen Con.
Yep. Yeah, I'm afraid that it would be like with Uncle Mark, that if I went video, then I like crash everything. So I don't do that.
Well, that's good. We don't need another Uncle Mark. So, but no, welcome to the show again. Apparently,
yeah.
Congrats on that store champ win.
Thanks.
Ooh, big store champ.
I will admit I got very lucky in that last game. He outflew me, but I managed to pull it off.
Well,
Great, nice.
I always say you need a little bit of luck to win a store championship. I apparently don't have any of that luck, so
I flew an Imperial list, and I'm not an Imperial player. I played the guy who like only plays Imperial, and like outdiced him basically. Pull it off. But,
nice.
Yep. Still a good game.
So before we go into either my rant, Chico's rant, or Chicago's non-existent rant, I think we're going to let you have the floor here for a little bit and either rant or rave. So go ahead, buddy. Whatever you want to talk about.
Well, I'm happy that Z95s are going to be better. That's my Z95s are what got me to play competitively, as I mentioned last time I was on here.
Hey, but I'm pretty sure Z95s have been just crushing things over in California, right? If your name's Blair Bunky, right? He's the one that was just slaughtering people with fucking Z95s.
Well, I've been cheering him on anytime I see him with those Zs, because he's doing it.
He's not from California though, is he?
I don't know.
I thought he was like Northeast. Whatever. Inconsequential. That's my only big word for the day.
Take that, D.
Take that, D-Yoon. See if you ever get to use a fucking third-party squad builder app ever again.
Oh, God.
I have not watched that episode yet. Oh, listened to it, rather.
Oh, yeah. He was talking about how...
you really don't need to either.
It's like 3 hours long, isn't it?
Oh, my God.
Oh yeah, and they went so off the rails.
And then Farmer goes on his Facebook message. He's like, "Hey, do you guys want more stuff on the afterwards?" We're like, "Yes, 4-hour Minox, Nova Rebirth."
All for it.
So, Tommy, what do you got?
Well, like I got a list that I'm looking forward to flying with Drea Winthal. I can't say it right, and like 6 Z95s. Drea is in the wire wing, and she allows all generics to reroll 1 attack dice along in her firing arc.
Wait, what?
But
yeah, she's a scum howl runner basically. So long as the opponent's ship is in her firing arc, they get to reroll 1 attack die. So you can fly a swarm not in formation. Basically.
Whoa, that's almost better, isn't it?
Kind of.
Is there a range restriction?
It's in arc, so range 1 to 3.
So
the danger is of Hull getting tagged if you can't get it set up right, because you don't want to fly in formation. But if you leave her too strung out, then she'll just get tag teamed by your opponent's ships. So she's actually a little bit trickier to fly.
But as long as a a generic pilot is shooting at the ship that's in her firing arc, they can re-roll a dice?
Attack die.
And there's no range restriction for the generics being range 1 to 3 of Drea.
Oh, no. It's just
now here, I got the pilot text for you. When a friendly non-limited ship performs an attack, if the defender is in your firing arc, the attacker may re-roll 1 attack die.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's really good. That's better than Howl Runner.
She's 40 points, which is the same points as Howl Runner. You just slap a dorsal turret on her so you have 180-degree coverage, and you run 6 Z95s, and bingo.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
And that
none of them.
She is the pirate lord, so it makes sense to have her with a whole bunch of Z95 pirates.
Yep. You could also, someone else mentioned that you could do like maybe 3 Star Vipers, generic Star Vipers as well. I think it was mentioned on another podcast. It may have actually been, but you could do that too if you want.
Probably freaking Birmingham. They love their Star Vipers.
Yeah, we don't talk about other podcasts here. But so I guess the only thing to that would make it different than Howl Runner or limited is that the word limited in there, non-limited pilot, right? So
yeah,
Howl Runner would apply to anybody in range 1, and this one applies to anybody
limited. TIE fighters, TIE LN fighters.
TIE, right? Okay.
Yeah. So the thing you're kind of missing out with not going with an Imperial swarm is Iden. It's like Iden is that just a second Howl Runner basically.
Yeah.
So you're kind of missing.
That's the main problem. But now though, with this list, you can bump 4 of the Z95s to PS3 and then have 2 PS1s as blockers. So you
now
can fit that.
Is it worthwhile doing that, or would it be more worthwhile like grabbing some extra upgrades? Like maybe a bomb for Drea or some illicits or missiles for the Z95s.
I have 2 different versions of the list. One of them is a fully loaded out Drea that has ion cannon and expert handling, so it makes it easier to jump range bands. And then have 6 PS1 Z95s. Another one is the one with all the generics at different part skills, so that if you face another TIE swarm, you can actually probably, in a bunch of PS1s, you can actually probably kill some of them before they can even shoot. Because the rules for how you kill similar PS ships has changed now.
Right.
So you can actually kill some before they can shoot with that second version. And also, Dre is a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
And so you don't have all those points dumped into if they manage to tag team all and kill her fast. So I see that Coach has crashed.
No,
he's here.
I'm still here.
No. Oh, okay. Well, your screen on my side anyway. Your screen just crashed.
Oh,
so
did it get my good side?
You had the one hand up pose like Thanos almost.
Just looking for that high five.
Yeah. It was the Thanos pose is what you was doing. Yeah. That's what it paused at right there.
Please don't Thanos us.
Nice. Oh, that'd be funny. That's, man, and this is going to go into my rant about 2.0 is this, like the title says, I knew all of this information. And now it's just fucking useless.
Yeah, I've read it through already, and I've already forgotten some of this stuff. And I'm going back and reading it again, trying to get it all memorized.
It's so infuriating, but Coach being quiet is hard to. Oh yeah. But no, wow, that sounds like a really, really interesting list. That. I think I would be very scared to go up against, because especially if you can run a swarm that doesn't need to be in formation and all. I mean, they can just be everywhere.
Yeah.
So
I'm looking forward to trying it. I haven't had a chance to try it yet.
That's
but
really
I want to. And I have like 5 other just scum lists built right now that I want to try too. With like Lando, like I made a list that has all 3 scum falcons in it. So if you have 3 3 falcons that you bought, you can actually fly them all together, and it looks halfway decent. So, like 2 of them have rig cargo chutes, so that Lando's falcon can get more stress clouds built up.
Can you literally fit that all in a list? 3 falcons and Drea?
No.
Oh, okay. Because I was like,
Thank
well,
God.
no, but like I'm talking about just in general, so you can justify all 3 scum falcons that you have bought. You can actually fly them all on the list, just buying 1 kit. So,
how many 2.0 games do you have in so far?
3. Yeah, 3 of them.
And thoughts just on the general, is it the saving grace that you thought it was going to be, or is it like?
It reminds me a lot when I first started playing, which was back right before Wave 5 came out. Is when I started playing competitively.
Okay.
And stuff. It has all the same feel of it right there.
Well, that's good.
So now that you've played a little bit, and I'm going to steal this straight from Hornet Squadron, which thank God they're back. Man, 2 months off. It's nice to hear them again. They were asking their guys, what are you actually going to miss about 1.0? It's okay to say nothing.
That's a really good question.
The only thing I guess would be is like all the ability to. I'm not sure if you can make a good 2-ship list anymore, and I did enjoy that. A lot of the all the stacked upgrades and stuff on 2 ships. I actually kind of enjoyed those type of lists. And I'm not afraid you were to get away with that anymore. It's going to have to be like at least 3 ships now that actually on the board. It's like the Ghost and the Scum Falcon lists don't count because those effectively 2-ship lists like that. That's the only thing that I'm going to miss if they can't do that anymore.
I mean, I still think there are gonna be some 2-ship lists out there. But
like Boba list. You can get away with that because he just straight goes down their throat right there.
Yeah,
I've been jousting right in there, and he can survive a long time, especially if you put stealth device on him. And I have thinking about putting elusive so that you can actually keep him a stealth device on until you get in the fight.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, it'll be very interesting. I mean, like I said, I think the 2-ship lists are going to be rare, and they have to be flown by really good pilots because everything's half points nowadays. So half point of 140-point dash. I mean, you better have that game in the bag, otherwise it could be a bad day for you. So
you'd probably be relying on a lot of just unmodded dice because you're going to be repositioning so much to keep alive in those fights.
Yeah, right. And I think one of the things to think about is it's going to be fairly rare, if like non-existent, of like low ship count lists that are pushing to go to time. Because that's one of the things that really drove me nuts. Is we got to this point of like 2-ship lists that just tried to outlast people. It's like you'd walk in with Nim and Miranda, slam into people as hard as possible, hope and pray you got out of the first engagement with Miranda, and then go on to win. Like that was just boring as shit. So I'm super excited to see just shit actually dying, and just games are not going to go to time nearly as often, and I'm so happy.
I guess I should clarify and say large ships.
Large base ships.
Yes. Because I
don't think you'll see 2 large base ships. Yeah.
Yeah, because Tel and Bosk was my favorite list, period, from 1.0. You have a very tanky Tel Tavora ship and then a hard-hitting Bosk. So who do you kill first? And that was like part of the power of that list. So I don't think you're really going to see anything like that in 2.0 unless maybe like Lando and Luke. Probably going to be like the closest you can get to.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, wait a minute. No, we'll discuss that. Now, last question I just want to ask. I know it's one from the chat. Do Do any of us know that the time restrictions have changed? Because I don't believe they have.
We don't have tournament rules yet. So
I know. Well, I know there was a floating idea there. Is it going to be 60 minutes now? And I really don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, I heard a rumor somewhere that they were going to try to squeeze down the time because they think stuff is just going to be dying left and right.
Well, the crits are a whole lot nastier now.
Right.
So,
Like, I think one of the things that Mad Medic just pointed out, and I'll agree here, is that if you remember, like way back in the early days of First Edition, where every tournament was either TIE Swarm or Triple X-Wing, when you got TIE Swarm versus TIE Swarm, fuck, like you got through like what 2 rounds of combat,
pretty much,
GB3. And game was over. So yeah, that.
But also, they were 60-minute rounds at that time, and 33 MOV was the difference between 3 and 5 points. Or I can't remember exactly. The tournament points was different, and then it was changed to 12, and then they got rid of it. The MOV, how close to.
Yeah, I don't miss modified wins at all.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah. Fuck, I hated those. God damn it. Cost me a store championship, actually.
It was modified wins, and SOS was the first tiebreaker.
Yeah.
That was like the worst. That was when I wrote Cryodex, and that was just so bad.
So bad. Well, Tommy, You got 5 more minutes, so anything else? Shout outs or anything glaring sticking out of 2.0 you wanna get off your chest, or
not that I can really think of right now. Shout out to Stay on Target. What? This weekend.
Shout out Gordon.
Well, I guess it was.
You can't shout out Gordon.
That's fine. We can edit it out. Post processing. Producer's note.
Gordon, Joe, and now Mikhail have all won store championships. So
fuck.
Well, and you show up and there's only 4 people there, and half of them have won an event already, anyways, right? That must be how Gordon did.
Asterisk Gordon. Gordon the worst. Asterisk. That's what we'll change his name to.
You know, which Gordon, get wrecked. I scored more than you on Millennium Condor. So there.
Yes, you did. Is it weird that I was just happy that our logo was on the trophy? I mean, it wasn't the biggest one, but it was on it.
Even though it was in the loser section.
I'm going to chalk it up as a win.
we lost before Minoc.
Oh, I like it. I like it. Oh, well, Tommy, barring anything else you want to talk about,
I'll probably think of something after I get off. That's how it usually goes.
That's all right. Yell it in the chat. That's how it usually goes.
Yep. Well, thanks again, guys.
Yep. Thanks for coming on.
Have a good night, Tommy.
Yeah.
All right. So before we bring our next guest on.
Well, I think like between people, we can kind of do like one of our gripes just to kind of fill in the air.
Yeah, I think so. I think that'll be fun. Yeah. That's what I was going to say. Look at us. Sinking together.
Oh man, it's like we got it figured out.
I know. And we're not even using the Hangout group chat.
Maybe we should be.
So
I'll go ahead and give some hell.
Okay.
This had me all ramped up earlier this week. Feedback array does not combo with static discharge vanes the way you think it does. Feedback array is before you engage, you may gain 1 ion token and 1 disarm token. If you do, each ship at range 0 suffers 1 hit damage. Okay. Then discharge. Before you would gain 1 ion or jam token. If you are not stressed, you may choose another ship at range 0 to 1 and gain 1 stress token. If you do, the chosen ship gains that ion or jam token instead. Now, here's the thing. You cannot pass off the ion to another ship and do the damage and end up with just a disarm and a stress, being able to just ion and damage people all the way off the board. And it doesn't work that way. Sorry, because it says you may gain these tokens. If you do, each ship at range 0 suffers a damage. But you didn't, because before you would have, you instead passed it off to somebody else. So you never got the tokens.
See,
So it doesn't work.
The only gray. So is it a gray area there at all that you do gain one of the tokens?
No, you have to gain all of them.
And is the killer, right? You have to gain a
there's no gray or like
and a disarm token.
But,
and if you do that, then you can do it.
But here's the loophole some people have found. You can start feedback array, and it says before you engage, you may gain 1 ion token and 1 disarm token. Then flip to discharge. Before you would gain 1 ion or jam. If you're not stressed, you may choose another ship range 0 to 1, gain a stress. If you do, you pass off the ion token. So you would pass off the ion token, you would gain a stress. Now you have a disarm. So you have a disarm and a stress, and your opponent has an ion. Now you go on to if you do, which you didn't, so you stop. So nobody gets any damage, but you still ion somebody.
Still ion somebody.
And end up, damn it, disarmed and stressed. So if you're okay with being disarmed and stressed just to free ion somebody, yes.
Some weird ass fucking case that's going to come up. You're like, what?
So you're like, shit, I'm on 1 health. I don't want to feedback myself to death, but this person is right by the board. Fly up, feedback, discharge it, boom. Like, he flies off the board and I'm still alive. Which is just
man,
stupid, but you know, that's the way it works.
That's the way the cookie crumbles.
Yeah.
Oh well. That's one of, I'm pretty sure, many of your lists. But before you get too neck deep into it, now how do I unmute him? Damn it! There we go. Harold, you there, buddy?
Yes. Hi there. Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you.
Yep.
I had to mute the YouTube page because there was like a slight delay.
Oh
Yes,
yeah, that's
that
a requirement.
definitely helps.
It's kind of like when you come on the radio and they tell you to turn your actual radio down in your car. That's like I don't know if that's if ever happened, but you can't do that and have YouTube live either.
It's all right. It still gets me every time. Or not every time, most of the time. So for those of you who don't know who this young man or old man is, I haven't physically met him, but
Not me. I was at Gen Con. We were
God
wearing
damn it.
you know,
freaking 2 for 2.
why do I even go to these things? Just whatever. I did meet Harold. Yes, I did, and he had the greatest thing in the world, that in my mind, that this is Uncle Mark's *1 fan, and he proved it with his pocketbook, nonetheless. I think. Who was it? It was you and
Matt Evans and Nick Mock. The 3 of us got the shirts.
all had an OCX blue shirt with Uncle Mark's picture on the front. And I'm not saying like a little tiny picture. It was Uncle Mark on the front.
I made sure to have it be a vectored image so that it came out non-pixelated and everything. It was right after he got his buy.
It was so fantastic.
That is amazing.
Whatever happened to that picture? Because Ketch was bold enough to shout to the whole group about photos with Uncle Mark, and then we all took that one big photograph. Did that ever get posted anywhere?
I think somewhere on the OCX page.
That's on there somewhere.
Is it? Okay.
If you paid a little more attention, you know.
I don't do social media.
I know you don't. I'm jealous. I'm really fucking jealous.
If it wasn't such a damn good communication tool, I just would never.
Right? If there was something else out there, I'd definitely use it. But no, it was fantastic. I saw your guys' shirts and I just screamed across the entire room like, Mark, what the fuck is this? And he just he was so embarrassed yet so happy. It was hilarious.
I bet he started crying. He
right,
shed a tear.
To get Uncle Mark embarrassed is a feat in itself because the dude's pretty bold in who he is. So That's awesome.
And we got Chris Allen to run away from us as soon as he saw the shirt.
That's all you need? I need
to run away from you. That's man. You bottle that and sell it in a like a little pump spray bottle. Like
I think you could
get away,
crazy. Make your profit back on those shirts if that's a guaranteed. Chris
I
Allen
am working
deterrent.
on a 2.0 version.
You got a 2.0 version? I'm
working on one.
Oh, I got to send you one of these cards I got during my store championship. Don't let me forget. I gotta plug Jordan's little deal later on. But so Harold, what do you got for us? Good, bad list? What's on your mind for 2.0?
I've been flying mainly Wedge, Thane, and then another third ship. So I've been playing around with either having Nora in the Y-Wing or Saw doing the ionizing the other person with the feedback array. That's been fun.
You know, Saw is still pretty fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
Seth was flying Wolfaro with Saw Gerrera on him.
Yeah, just damaging yourself, getting more dice.
And Wolfaro's like, yeah, baby, bring on the damage. Let's get through these shields.
Okay, so you said you've been flying Thane. What's your best Thane story so far?
Matt and I played during Gen Con, and he was doing Old Tarok, Fenrau, and I think Joy Rekoff, and Thane he had 2 or 3 damage cards because I'd outmaneuver on Wedge. So it was like, okay, let me see your damage cards. I was like, oh, here's a direct hit. Now your Fang Fighter is gone.
Man, and you get to just look at all of them and just pick the worst one. That is the part that gets me. Holy crap.
And most of those effects are almost immediate on there. So it's like, okay, I still have these 2. Now it's a 2 dice attack on there usually. And then flip those up, and then it was like, oh, you now have a structural damage on there.
That's awesome.
He's just been and he's not expensive because I think the one I have built for him is like 54 points for him. So I'm expecting that they'll increase the point costs on him at some point.
I just can't wait to have one of those times where you're like following somebody and you're like, okay, I know you have a direct hit in there. And every time you do a direct hit, it's another card and flip it face down.
Yeah.
So I'm following you is like, hey, I'm going to do it again. Give those back. The worst I can do is a direct hit. Like,
well, and like with Nora, she can just ionize someone at range 1 pretty easily. Because I've got Ezra crew on there, so she's got a free focus token. And it just made him angry because he gave her a structural damage. I was like, well, I still get my 1 evade. You're at range 1.
So Thane is pilot skill, what? 5, 4.
Mm-hmm. Initiative value.
Nope. I already yelled at Adam. I already told Adam he can go tell Asa to go fuck himself because you can call it whatever the hell you want to. Us vets, we're gonna call it pilot skill. The freaking maneuvers are green and it's pilot skill.
That's fair.
You're not teaching this old dog new tricks. I'm sorry. So, but he is a 5?
5. Yeah.
So it's pretty good.
Which it seems like,
It's very interesting that they made. I mean, I'm sorry, Wedge, Luke, and Thane are all what 6.55.
And might I add, Thane needs a fucking extended art. Like, have you seen the art on his card? He's trailing a Star Destroyer.
Yeah,
he's like, and that just begs to like be like a big.
Come on,
like I would love to have just a fucking big ass thing of that.
And I'm
surprised they didn't do Thane full art in the pre-launch stuff. That would have been a no-brainer.
Pre-launch stuff, you want all the glory boys of Luke.
Well, they give me 3 generics and Luke Skywalker. That's what they give you.
Yeah.
So
everybody likes Luke fucking Skywalker.
I haven't flown him too much. I've been like
everybody who doesn't play X-Wing likes Luke Skywalker.
Right.
So what made you go with Thane over Luke?
He's just his cheaper point cost, and then he synergized really well with Wedge just from those first few games. And it seems like if you can shoot earlier on there, a lot of those crits can do some decent damage right during that turn to like help the other ship shooting. So if I have like Nora going with them if Thane pops up a structural damage to lower their agility. It makes it easier for her to ionize them.
Sure. Fuck, I just had a question I was going to ask you. How many games have you got in for 2.0?
3 or 4 in person, and then Matt and I have been playing around with that fly casual thing a few times, getting some 2.0 games on there.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Overall, like, how you feeling? What's your 2.0 spider sense giving you?
It's overall been just like a big improvement on there. I still have one more store championship for 1.0, so I've been having to remind myself, like, oh, you can't do this yet anymore, because I've been flying 2 X-Wings and another ship for 1.0 games. So it's been confusing going back and forth, but I just am ready for 2.0.
Are you done with 1.0? I mean, it's just...
Yeah, I think
you
I'm
burn the collection or sacrifice it to the dice gods or whatever. Or...
I'll probably end up like fighting some person that still wants to play 1.0. I was like, here, take all of these. I don't want them anymore.
That's what we had a local who was playing an Epic game, and he asked me if I had a couple cards for the Star Viper, and I was like, okay, which ones do you need, and which ones do you want? Like,
yeah.
like, well, let me just grab them all. Here you go. And he was like, you want me to pay you for these? I was like, I was literally gonna throw these in a fire in a couple of weeks.
So
Don't
what
worry
exactly
about it.
did you burn during that video? I mean, you're apparently giving a lot of stuff away, or was
the video of us burning stuff was all Luke's stuff.
Oh.
Like his is gone.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Luke were gone. Yeah.
Yeah, because I ended up getting like Miranda spot gloss like 2 weeks before they announced 2.0. I was like, no.
Oh no. You know what they should do? You know what they should make? They should make like a little clear like sleeve or something that you could put your spot gloss on it. It just changes a little bit, changes the numbers or something like that. That way you can still use it.
So there's so many nice alt arts and stuff. Like for my Empire list, I'd finally completed the collection of the ships that I flew in alt arts, and it was like, oh, here's 2.0. I was like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah, if you can get onto Salt Squadron or know somebody who's on Salt Squadron, they had an image a while back where the guy got like a shadow box from Hobby Lobby and did like a collage of all of his first edition alt arts. I'm hoping I'll get the gumption at some point to do that. I want to do one that's all official alt arts, and then one that's all like fan made stuff. I think that'll be really cool.
Yeah.
This is a good opportunity for me to say out there personally, if you guys want and still have your Thweek cards and don't want them anymore, it's still Thweek. It still counts, guys.
I can't wait till he's gone.
I want them because I want to make an entire X-Wing table out of that card. So if you got a postage stamp and want to send your Thweek card my way that hasn't been burned, trashed, or whatever, please send them my way, because that would be awesome. I want an entire wall of Thweek.
Hold on, I wasn't paying attention. What card was that?
THEEK.
Oh, you mean Thweek.
So if you find your Thweek card, send it to 117 Central Avenue South, Orange City, Iowa 51041.
Or at feedback@backtoDials.com.
How is that you can remember that, but I still can't, after 68 episodes, remember the fucking opening most times?
No, I'm just super quick at Googling.
Okay.
That's what I told people going on to Millennium Condor. I was like, I don't know things. I'm just a lot better at Google than you guys are. Like
my Google sense is strong.
Yeah.
Before we let you go, Harold, though, one thing we do need from you, we need your best Uncle Mark story.
Oh, yes.
Like something that we don't know, nobody else knows. Deep and dark, super personal. Like
the more embarrassing, the better.
Yep.
I don't know of any embarrassing Uncle Mark stories yet. But Uncle Mark apparently told Matt a bunch of embarrassing stories about Tyler. So,
Oh, that works. Family's
so maybe-
family.
So maybe if he decides to come on, he has one of those. But on Sunday, Uncle Mark flew 5 X-wings.
I
It
saw
was-
the
What?
picture.
It was weird seeing that. He ended up landing one on a rock, facing Will Barnacle, also flying 5 X-wings.
That's always a good strategy.
I saw the picture. It was pretty good. I don't know what kind of pose they were going for, but
I don't know. I thought about using that one for the 2.0 t-shirt.
ooh, that would be good. Make sure you get, yeah, that would be a good one.
Mhm.
Not gonna lie. Any shout outs, anything you want to get out there over the air? We're huge, we're big. Apparently we've gotten the X-Wing famous that I thought we were gonna be 2 years ago.
Big shout out to the rest of the Uncle Mark fan club.
There you go.
I know
But
Matt's
okay.
listening. He's just
Which is
not
like
saying-
everyone.
I don't know of anyone that doesn't like Uncle Mark. And
There've
if they
been-
do,
I mean-
they haven't met him yet.
I don't like him on occasions, but I can't
Short
like
people don't
short,
like
short people hate Uncle Mark. Holy shit. They put on a happy face, and after that, they're like, fucking tall motherfucker. Oh. Well, Harold, I plan on having you back on again. I know Mark is probably pissed that you're on.
The one time I'm on, he's not here.
So maybe we'll have an Uncle Mark's fan club night. We'll get all you guys on. And we'll try to schedule that for the future. So
Okay, sounds good.
have a
Would
good
love
night,
to have an
Harold.
Uncle Mark
Okay,
fan club
thank-
night. Then I could have a break and not be here.
I know, right?
Just
Doesn't that
kidding.
sound awesome? We can just let Uncle Mark take over the entire show and just leave Kyle out in the dark. We're like, what's going on here, guys?
That's good.
I think that would be fantastic. I think we have another spot for a Chico rules rant.
Oh shit. Yeah, so this one comes into, oh god, somebody else was writing on my the Han Gunner thing. People were wondering about this, how he works. So let me pull up Han Gunner here. And this was a whole big conversation started by Luke on Nova Squadron. He just
Could you
wanted
guys
to ask the
hear all that?
question. Huh?
Could you guys hear like me rolling by, putting more ice in?
I heard some ice.
Oh, okay. Timestamp, whatever we are on. Edit that out, Montana.
We super won't, but okay.
Oh, by the way, go into 2 of them. I want to hear this triple shot thing. So,
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
but now I'm gonna.
Yeah, can't hear you. There you go. So Han Solo Gunner. It says during the engagement phase at Initiative 7, you may perform a turret attack. You cannot attack with that turret arc again this round. Now, that lets you shoot at Initiative 7. It does not declare this as a bonus attack. It does not say you are engaging. It is just an attack at Initiative 7. That's what it is.
Out of a specific arc, but
Correct.
that's what it is. Right. Okay.
But it is just an attack at Initiative 7. Not engaging, not a bonus attack. There you go. Now, in the rules, it says you engage once, and when you engage, you can attack once. And you can possibly get a bonus attack, and you can only have one bonus attack around. This isn't either of those, because that's not what it says. Whether you believe it should or not, it doesn't. So, when you fire with this at Initiative 7, whatever ship it's on, say the ship it's on is Initiative 4, it can also shoot as normal at Initiative 4 during its engagement. So that can allow you to double tap. Now, what we were discussing, the triple tapping ghost. So a ghost with the attack shuttle, after it performs either a turret arc attack or a primary arc attack, it can shoot out of the rear arc as a bonus attack. So either you can Han gunner shoot at I-7 and then trigger the docked attack shuttle, or you can Han gunner shoot at I-7 and then wait until your regular initiative and shoot your second time and then trigger the attack shuttle there. Either way, getting 3 shots, just whichever way you want to do them. So yes.
Right, but now that those successive shots can't be out of the same turret arc as your Han gunner shot, but it's quite possible that you could line up the same target in 2 separate arcs, right? In your primary arc and your turret arc.
It's possible, just not easy.
Now, does that work the same way in 2.0 that like how the Shadowcaster and ship, you have your primary arc and then you have your mobile or turret arc, and if you can get a ship that spans both, it is in both, or is it solely that you have the turret arc and whatever quadrant where you're in, you can shoot that?
It's different because with the Ghost, your turret is a different weapon than your primary weapon.
Oh yeah.
Stop
Okay.
waving knives at me.
I like knives.
It's Jesus. You're so far away, and I'm already scared. Anyways, you just threw me off. So it's a completely different weapon,
right?
So when you pick your primary, it's just out of that front arc. You pick your turret, it's just out of that other arc. When you do the attack shuttle, it's out of the rear arc. Ta-da!
So that is just a monster gunship build right there.
Yeah. So in layman's terms, if you have your turret arc in the middle, you have your front, your back, and then a middle turret, you can actually fire out of all 3 of those arcs.
Yes, you definitely can.
There. That's what we need to know.
Okay.
He's got a knife, ladies and gentlemen, so watch out.
Brett was waving a knife at me. Well, I have to defend myself.
I had this thing. I like it. I don't know. I was playing with
it. Is mightier than the sword.
Don't make me get my marshmallow crossbow.
Wait a minute. I need to see this in action. Hold on.
I don't have any marshmallows, but like you pull this back here.
That's when you yell, Heather! Heather!
You put a marshmallow on here, and then you shoot the marshmallow.
Seriously, I want you to yell, Heather, I need a marshmallow, because she's going to be so confused right now.
No, I'll straight wake up the kids, and she'll murder me.
Oh, that would be great. Oh, okay. Well, I think I'm gonna load up our next guest here. So in the meantime, Chicago, you can discuss what you like or don't like about 2.0 for all of your 2 seconds that you have no idea.
Why are you just assuming that I have no idea? That's rude.
Because you don't.
You're right, I don't.
You don't pay attention to social media. I know you haven't played a 2.0 game.
I have not played a 2.0 game, but I have been keeping up with FFG news and reading their squads they're putting out, and you know, like Heaver just put out an article about action efficiency X-Wings, and there was another one, I can't remember who wrote it, about an Imperial squad that was out. So I'm keeping up on the 2.0 talk as much as I can.
That was Zach from
Paul Heaver. Who's that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Who's old hack?
What are his qualifications? Right.
The only American. Oh no, sorry, Doug. Sorry, I didn't mean that. But
yeah, everybody's got to remember Doug, the only person ever to win Worlds with an Imperial. Duncan
IOWAN, baby, representing Iowa. Well, I'm gonna cut you off, Chicago, because I don't know why. That's because I can do that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have with us nobody new. You all know him and love him as Senor Padre.
Well, good evening, gentlemen. How are y'all?
Hi, buddy. It's been a while.
Yeah, it has, Coach.
At least face to face, anyway. I mean, I say good morning to you at 6:30 a.m. every single fucking morning.
That's because I'm awake at that time, for God unknown reason.
I don't know if that's starting to like just piss people off, or if it's like just a good morning, everybody.
It's funny because my alarm goes off so I can take my medication on time, and it's like, this is my life now. Oh, it's time to take medication. Oh,
Well,
it's time to. I got alarms going off at all the times during the day.
You're
and
no
it's
young buck anymore, so
Get me off.
what the
This
fuck
one
is
is-
with the knives today, guys? Jesus.
He's got a goddamn chef's knife. Kitchen knife. He went to the kitchen.
My goodness gracious.
Really?
Wait. I hope somebody screen captured that because that's the next alt-art card.
Chico, what are you overcompensating for?
Oh.
Yeah, if this keeps escalating, I'm going to open up this behind me here, and it'll all be
No.
over.
Okay.
You open up yours. I open up mine.
Oh my.
Gotta love the Midwest.
Brett, we don't have that kind of relationship yet. Okay.
Padre, first of all, we need a health update. How you doing, buddy? Other than taking medication at 6:30 every morning.
I'm not dead yet.
I woke up on this side of
You're
the
not
dirt.
dead.
No, dead. Don't bring out your dead. Bring out your dead. No, I'm doing okay. We've adjusted our medication and we seem to be doing all right.
You look good. I'm not gonna lie.
Thank you.
Look good. Waist
You
up,
know?
buddy. That's all we care about.
From the neck up.
There you go.
So, yeah, everything's been going pretty decently. I was actually in the pool swimming the other day.
What? Yeah, you gotta stop sending me photos of your fucking pool because that's really pissing me off.
Did you see the picture of the Millennium Falcon doing
Yes.
something wrong?
Doing the flamingo? Yes, I did see that. And that was how the Scum faction was born.
So for those who want, hey, don't ask and don't judge. We don't judge.
All I do is judge.
Judge Chico Brown here. You could have your own show, Chico.
Oh, don't say that.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Oh,
So,
well,
I got to tell you something, guys. I'm a little concerned because I'm not young and spry like you guys. I'm
oh yeah,
there's a
we're a
reason-
bunch of spring chickens here.
okay. You're old enough to be my son. Shut up.
That's because you're just fucking old.
Well, there's that. Uncle Mark and I are kind of set in our ways. So
That's true.
So
That's
here we
true.
are coming into 2.0, and we have apprehensiveness
Right?
towards this. And I will not kid you, I'm nervous about the switch to 2.0. I'm excited to see the items in there, but I've been watching matches on the net, and I've been listening to you guys, and there's Chico describing the triple tap.
Preach.
A triple tap? Oh no, that's not going to be broken at all. Oh no, 2.0 is going to fix the brokenness. Oh, the ghost will be a bit, so it's not so dangerous. No, we're just going to give it 3 attacks now instead of 2. Oh, how wonderful. So that means the guy in front of you, the guy in back of you, and the guy to port or starboard is going to get smushed by the ghost. How wonderful. And of course, we all have one less shield to deal with because they nerfed that too. Oh, we're going to have such fun. And all I hear about are all these lists that, oh my God, I'm able to do this and give you a jab. And then that takes away this. And then I nuke you. And then you explode. And then you fly off of here. 2.0 does not automatically give me warm fuzzies. It kind of gives me, yeah, we're going to mess you up because look at the crit. Oh, the crits are so much. Exactly.
Mm-hmm. This is how he's going right here.
Wait. Yeah. Oh, fuck yes. Oh,
Explain how it works.
oh my God. They were. Oh, shit.
It's what I
Ladies
mean.
and gentlemen, OCX Radio Podcast, new alt art card.
Yup.
Thank you. but you can see where my trepidations are here. Look, I am not a world-class player. Chico knows that. He's probably heard about that, okay? Gordon knows that. Everybody I've played at knows that. You ask Antopsky, he knows that. I play against him every once in a while. We have a fun time. I am never going to be in the top tier or on a top table. But you know what? I want to be able to play the game and enjoy myself. And it just doesn't seem like 2.0 is going to provide that with me.
What are you doing?
Stop presenting me.
Oh. There we go.
Get him off! Get him off! No.
Oh, so, isn't it so much fun being live?
Do you see my concerns, Coach? Do you see my concerns?
Oh, hey, I'm right there with you, buddy. I am right there with you. I am an old soul in a fucking midlife crisis body right now. This is X-Wing 2.0 is my midlife crisis. That's what I've basically boiled it down to.
I'll tell you how scared I was. I bought a new gaming system called Tanks.
You and fucking, who was it? Patrick?
I didn't know.
Yeah. I see what you guys are working on there.
Okay, but let me explain something to you. I'm afraid that I will not be good enough nor competitive enough to do this, and that is my big worry. And
yeah,
I'm
but you weren't
supposed
going to
to
play competitive. No, I'm going to call you out right now. You weren't going to play competitive anymore anyway.
No, not competitive, but I want to be able to play a guy across from me and give him a good game.
Which I think you would be, but I mean, you're kind of echoing my same thoughts, and I'll go into my rant after commercial. But
get your knife.
And I'll get my knife. I think what you're saying is what a lot of us maybe are feeling is that, you know, of us old vets, we had the card knowledge, right? That's what we were basing on. Yeah. Now, fuck. I didn't even know what Drea Renthal did, but now all of a sudden I'm like, oh shit, maybe I got to put a Y-Wing and this together. Now, don't get me wrong, I like the whole Wild West thing of it all, but I'm echoing your thoughts there, Padre. That it's like they pulled the rug out under us guys that have been with the game forever, and now it's like, okay, we have to start over too, and I don't want to, but I have to. So,
no, it is. They have leveled the field. However, your stellar players are always going to be able to memorize and get to those cards and think of the interactions, and that you've got all these guys that are like Rain Man who go, oh, definitely got to put this on here, definitely got to do that. This is shiny, it's definitely sparkly, and the next thing, definitely. List from hell that is now the super meta 4000 that they put it on the tabletop, and it just melts the other ships. And you know, I'm concerned, and it's like, what is your time constraints going to be with the game? Because we don't know about tournament structure yet, and yet we're supposed to be holding these tournaments rather quickly. In what, 17 days? I mean, everybody's going to be kicking off with that 2.0 launch party, and then you know you're going to want these players, and they're going to want within
tomorrow.
Yeah, okay. Within 2 weeks of that, they're going to want a tournament on a Saturday, on a Wednesday, on a Thursday, or whatever night our local game stores are going to be having them. And us TOs, we're going scratching our heads. And what are we going to be doing? And your counter is just going to be going like that. I'm going to be looking like you, Coach. I'm just going to be going, no, God,
no. Come on now. Come on. We don't need to build it. We don't do the face in the hand thing. That's just, it's not even commercial break, damn it.
On that. But these are my worries, because you know what? I love X-Wing. I love the game. I love the mechanics. I love what it does. I love the camaraderie that we share on a table and in a competition or running a competition or anything like that. This is fun. And now we're going to be going, you know,
well,
and
so
my nervousness.
So I don't know what you're talking about. I got it figured out already.
Shut up, Nico.
I think everybody in the game is a little bit overwhelmed with information overload right now, right? There's so much coming at you that you're trying to make sense, and some people dive into it quicker and faster than others, and they have everything figured out. But one of the mechanics about X-Wing, which I hope isn't broken, but one of the things that drew me to this game over other games that I've played in the past is that in X-Wing 1.0, any 100-point squad against another 100-point squad flown well is competitive, right? There are some things that give you an advantage. There's the meta that it's a little bit built better, but you know what? Shit, if you brought, or in a 1.0, if you brought 100 points, you're going to be competitive. You're going to have a shot. And I'm hoping that they keep that same, I think they're trying to keep that same balance, and they'll have more control over keeping it balanced, that I'm expecting that same sort of camaraderie and competitiveness and ability to bring whatever you want to bring to the table and still put up a competitive game will be there, Padre. I just think that right now, everybody that hasn't dove way deep into it and has real lives outside of X-Wing is still a little apprehensive and still a little, holy shit, what's happening here feeling.
Yeah. And that's the feeling that's plaguing me right now.
But I think that it's all going to play out. And when we're talking, we got this whole ghost triple tap, and we're talking about other combinations that seem OP, but I think it's more of the shift towards more offensive ability, and things are going to be dropping off the board with combinations a lot faster altogether, right? There's more destructive power and less jankiness of all the squads. So I think it'll all balance out. I think we got to be a little bit patient with it. Hopefully it still has that feeling of, hey, if I bring my 200-point squad, I'm going to be competitive. That's hopefully it has that.
I hear what you're saying, Chicago, but think about this. So you get your first 2.0 game, and you put your fleet in front of you, and your opponent puts his fleet over there, and you move towards the center around the rocks, and you're flying your ships, and everything is going great, and he's got the initiative. And all of a sudden, he opens up a broadside with 5 of his ships, because they're all the same initiative. Oh, forget it, it's pilot skill. Okay, they all get the same pilot skill. They unload into you, and you're watching 1 ship go, 2 ships go, 3 ships go, and the next thing you know, you got 2 against his 5, and you're going, well, this game's going to be over in the next 7 minutes. How do you feel when that happens? That guy's going to get off really quick. And hopefully he can go, I better build a better list. And he tries that better list. But if it happens 2 or 3 times because he's not jiving with the new mechanic or the new way everything is set up, you're going to lose a player. And that will be bad.
Yep. But that's the whole thing.
You dealt with the same thing with first edition when new people get in, and you gotta. You just got to deal with the fact that, it's going to be rough at the start, and you either power through it or you don't, I suppose. I mean, I've seen players that, got their asses handed to them a few games and they disappeared and we never saw them again. And that sucked. I mean, I did it to a few of those players. And I kind of felt bad a little bit, but one of the guys was a dick, and fuck you, I'm glad you're gone. But
somebody go back and fucking timestamp that one. New ruthlessness fucking alt art right there. That look dude. Was like deadly in his eyes.
See nothing there. He disappeared from my screen.
But yeah, I mean, so you got to deal with that and learn what the new meta is and where things shift to, and it's gonna suck when we see things pop up like the fucking ghost triple tap, and if that becomes a thing, I don't know of anybody who's actually flown it to see if it's good. But on the bright side, I really hope that this app turns into the thing that we all hope it is, and they'll be able to fix and rebalance things and go, that thing? No.
I'm banking a lot on that, Chico. I'm really looking forward to that.
The whole game is banking on that.
So. Yeah, it is.
Well, if it crashes and burns and it doesn't, there's going to be a lot of upset people out here in the world.
Yeah. Padre, I'm definitely feeling your pains, and I'm going to elaborate that on more of what you just said after the break. But I do have a little glimmer of hope. I mean, I have a more than a little glimmer, but yeah, it's. I mean, I know we're finally coming off the 2.0 high, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's finally coming back into reality. They give us some points, they give us some stuff, and now we're figuring it out. And then it's like, okay, this is good. This is good. It's not as fucking rainbows and unicorns like we thought it was gonna be.
Because now that we're facing it, we just don't know.
Yeah. And which is fine. I think we called this out. I think a while back we said it's going to be 2.0 and it's going to be fun. But believe me, the bitching is going to come right back. And
Definitely.
It's the X-Wing community. It's not like it's immune to criticism. So
yeah. 12:01 a.m. on the 13th is when it starts.
I mean, I've already seen threads saying I just can't evade anything. I'm constantly getting hit. I was like, I mission accomplished. I mean, hang the banner on the fucking aircraft carrier. I mean,
they GW'd the shit out of this game now. Yeah, I'll go into it later. But wow, when you only have one evade dice and there's a bunch of ships facing you, you're like, you spent that focus a long time ago. Good luck. It's like you're gonna blow up. So,
well,
Padre, you got any shout outs or anything else you want to get off your mind?
Well, I have to accomplish two things.
So
I got to accomplish two things. Here's number one.
God damn it. Can we go one fucking episode with that thing?
No.
Apparently not.
No, and I don't have a single bell. You have. There's your bell, Chico. And I just wanted to give a shout out.
Shame.
That's our shame bell.
Shame.
The back from.
I have a single.
Saved
I
by
don't
the
think
bell,
I have a single.
Get out
I don't have a single bell. I can't believe that. I wish I had a little hotel ding, but I don't. And the second thing is I want to give a shout out to Pinto out there. Hopefully he is listening tonight. I just wanted to thank him verbally so he can hear my voice for all the goodies that he sent to me via Ontopsky. It was just a pleasure. It was, since I couldn't make it there, it was great to get some of the goodies from there. I just really appreciated him giving me some stuff.
Isn't that guy a saint? That fucking Pinto is a fucking saint.
You know what? Hold on. I got an anti-shout out for Pinto.
Whoa! No! I will not allow it.
Yeah, no. He gets us, thankfully, a spot to sit down and demo this awesome game.
It was.
And we sit down and we have fun.
Orbis.
Go
out and check it. Orbis
and we play it for like half an hour. And then I think we were all like, yes, we all want to buy it. And he's like, oh, well, you can't. It's not yet. So fuck you, Pinto.
First of all, he let me cheat for like half the game.
Yeah, you did cheat. He didn't let you. You just cheated.
I just cheated. And he didn't say anything about it. And then second of all, we're like, dude, this game's awesome. I need like 2 copies of the store, and everyone else there was like, yeah, it doesn't come out till October. We're like, fucking A, Pinto.
so that's
just wrong.
That's my anti-Pinto shout out.
Oh,
but it was a great time. Yeah, that was
good. No, he's just a good guy.
Yeah, no, he's a fantastic guy, and you know what? Tell me somebody on OCX who's not a fantastic person. I mean, it's a good group of guys.
Kyle's terrible.
Fuck Kyle.
He's
himself.
Damn it, Kyle.
Horrible person.
But what you said that drinking tonight, and I thought to myself, well, if Coach is drinking, then I should have.
Yeah, but is that doctor approved? Like, I don't need it. Like, hey, come on, man.
I'm allowed to have like 2 drinks.
All right. Bill, dilly to you, buddy.
Dilly dilly. Thweek.
Thweek.
Wait, there we go. Thweek.
Damn it, I need to get another beer.
How is it we can spark off dilly dilly thweek, get another beer, all in the same crescendo or crescendo? Is that how that works?
That's
I'm
like
pretty sure he was just
that's
reading
like a commercial.
his range rulers.
Hey, what?
I can't wait till we pick up new listeners like a year from now, and they're all like, "Who's this fucking thweek guy?"
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, that's not the throwback that'll confuse them. The mayonnaise story will.
Oh, episode 1.
No, that confuses fucking listeners to this day that still haven't been around.
I started out episode 1 and worked my way through. Okay,
I'm loving it when someone goes, "What does thweek stand for?" They're like, "Fucking drink." There'll be some guy that's an oldie OCX guy. It's like
just like halfway through 2.0, these guys don't even know who thweek is. Like,
it'd be Uncle Mark and I yelling at him. It's like, back when we were back in 1.0.
That's why we're gonna bring it back. We're eventually gonna do the just say no to mayo. Fuck Jerry. God damn it. And we're gonna bring back the thweek coasters. We're gonna do that. We're gonna just straight up steal the fucking art, and we're just gonna have thweek coasters. So I know that's like 10 drinks, but you know, whatever. So deal with it. Well, Andre, I'm glad you could come on the show tonight. Okay, you don't need it.
You said the T word so many times. He did it.
I'm gonna do one.
it was nice knowing you, Padre.
Yeah.
Jesus, man.
You look better.
Good.
You got enough time to slap on one of those auto run defibrillators and hit go before you pass out over there?
No, they zorched me in the hospital, but I do have one of these now.
Whoa! That looked like a cocaine vial to me, but
No, I have one of those. They're super nice.
you have a
Mark
cocaine
and I-
vial? Sweet.
We'll have these.
When do we have that episode?
Nitro.
Ah.
By the way, they are flammable.
I think you should save that for 2.0 night, the OCX 2.0 crew night. So
Because you have to test that out.
we gotta have another one of those here pretty soon.
What, a 2.0 night?
We had one for Gen Con.
We did. That was yeah. You guys are another at least 2 months out. So maybe we'll see.
Well, look, let me get off
may
of here
need a
so you can get somebody else on here, Coach.
Yep, we're gonna let you go, buddy. Any shout outs?
I just want to say Pinto and everybody at OCX, I love you guys. You guys are great people to hang out with in the chat room. And anybody's interested, I'm going to be, I don't know how I got finagled into it, but I guess I'm going to be commentating for the Fly Casual store tournament in Australia.
Nice. Fucking nice, dude.
Sounds like something
That's
we
gonna be
should all
great.
tune in for.
And I have no idea what time I have to be up at, like, if it's going to be midnight or 4 a.m. or whatever it is, but it should be interesting. Those guys have been following us and have been enjoying you guys a lot. So I think he's got probably half of his store watching us at some points in their days now.
Oh, damn. Awesome. Well, what store? Let's shout them out.
Well, that's Tez's Game over there in Melton, Victoria of Australia.
Wow, there's a lot of words. Say that one more time. Like you mean it. Like a commercial.
Tez's Games in Melton, Victoria, and of course the land down under.
Which is Australia, not New Zealand.
Where it's
Not
winter right now, evidently.
It's coming to the tail end of winter.
Right.
They're coming in spring soon.
So weird.
And then once a week, in fact, tomorrow morning, I'll be on with them. And for their Fly Casual, they usually do 2 or 3 games of X-Wing, and then they do Talk Casual, where they bring up Australia pitching.
I tell you what, if you're on the stream with them, tell them to record a little something, and we'll throw it in the commercial break.
All right, we'll do.
And we'll get them in every other episode or something like that. We need some new blood, Padre. We need everyone's sick and tired of the 2.0 spray and the goddamn Curled Paw Creative commercial.
Hey, I'll write another commercial. All right, I'll write.
There you go. Perfect. Sounds good.
Get ready for Crack Spackle.
Crack. Oh Jesus, I'm not ready for Crack Spackle. All right, whatever.
All right.
Good night, Padre.
All right.
Night,
Bye now.
Padre.
Good night, buddy.
Bye.
Okay, I think we have time for one more of Chico's rules rants, if you have any more.
Not off the top of my head.
Whoa, what?
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
I don't think I have anything.
Okay, so that's not me. That's him, right?
I think so.
Can
It's,
you hear me now?
No.
Shit.
Shit. Okay, maybe we will go to commercial break. So
Yeah. How about
take it away, Montana.
I'm gonna get another beer.
Welcome to commercial break. Wow, you can really see that shitty ass goatee I got going on when I dip down like that, can't you?
No. Yeah, work on that.
Hey, is that any better now?
That's
better.
way better.
There you go.
Okay.
I'm gonna
We're downloading all that porn.
I don't know what happened. I just restarted voice meter, so it's happy now.
Mm.
Weird.
How many of those rules things you got?
That was fucking it, dude.
Oh, okay.
I only had a couple. I mean, I had something somebody was bitching about earlier.
Hey, is that true that you can run over a rock with that fucking defender thing and then still do your boost or whatever? I thought when you run over a rock, you don't get an action.
What X7 or
The X7
no?
thing.
It's
Yeah,
just the standard
It's after thrusters or whatever.
TIE
the fuck it's
Defender. Let's look up the TIE Defender. This is all I do when people ask me questions.
I know.
TIE
you
Defender.
just
Let's
look it up
pick
online.
Rex Lagrath. After you fully execute a speed 3 to 5 maneuver, you may perform an evade action. So after you fully execute a 3 to 5 speed maneuver, which fully execute just means you didn't bump anything. You can
Right.
overlap all the fucking things you want.
I understand that.
Still do the evade maneuver or action.
But wasn't it always the rules if you overlapped a rock, you skip your perform action phase?
Yeah, that's not part of the perform action phase. That's just an extra action. You're not stressed or anything. You can still take actions.
Wow. Okay.
Yep. Back to old school defenders.
Fuck.
Hi, Heather.
Hi. Oh, I want to say hi to Heather.
He wants to say hi.
I haven't seen Heather in forever.
She has purple hair now.
Oh, really? So we need to have a discussion then.
Okay.
Heather,
What?
how do I get my wife to have like pink hair?
Buy her hair dye?
No, like she definitely won't do it, but I need to convince her, like, because that'd be the sexiest thing ever. Like, it would super do it for me.
I don't know. Chris goes away like to Canada, and he comes home, and I have purple hair.
He went away for 1 weekend. You went away for like a month.
I know, and I
Did
dyed
he
my
dye
hair twice
anything?
while I was gone.
Did he dye anything specific?
No, but when I was gone, he lost weight.
Well, yeah, because
freaking-
apparently the crates decided
The
to
damn
call us
crates.
out. So.
We're not actually.
How cool
recording
is
it
that,
till we're on
though,
commercial break.
So how you been?
Outstanding.
You look good.
Thanks.
We need to figure out when we're
Yeah,
gonna
it's
like
perfect.
all get together and stuff.
Arms are crossed over.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, I know the wives episode is definitely not gonna happen, so that you can just strike that one off the plate. But
Aw.
it's just I don't know. Well, I mean, convincing my wife to be on a podcast for X-Wing. I mean, I know you guys
Well-
don't have to talk anything about X-Wing. It could just be how shitty of a deal it is that your husbands go and do a podcast every Wednesday night might actually get the highest download rate ever.
I actually get to watch my own shows when he's on here with you guys. So.
Oh shit! So this is like Heather time. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't lord it over him. You're like, because I know my wife watches her own shows. One of this, she's like, "Oh, I didn't do anything while you were on your podcast." I'm like, "No, you did. You watched fucking 4 episodes ahead of the OC than where we were supposed to be at."
Oh, last week it was reading 50 Shades of Grey.
And how did that turn out?
Well, we now understand why people read that book.
Yep. I've been there. I feel what you're feeling. Ooh. All right, we'll just leave it at that, Heather. We'll just leave it at that. I think you're on the radio commercial break. Only 19 people are watching you right now, so. And we know most of them, so.
Yeah, we hope so.
So.
I'm not shy.
Like I said, I don't know if you've ever met Chicago.
Hi.
Apparently, he doesn't want to say hi or anything. That's cool.
Oh shit! I said hi. The little blinking. The light was blinking.
The little blinking light.
Sorry. Hi. I've been talking this whole time, and fucking light was blinking. God damn
it. Good work. Good work.
Chicago, Heather, Chicago.
What's up, Heather?
Hi.
Thank you for loaning. Thank you for loaning us, Chico. That's
you can keep him.
Oh no, I've been told on multiple times we get to keep him. He's ours.
I can keep him. How can I keep him?
This is her vacation night, so
yeah. I was hearing that
we're ruining her Law and Order SVU right now.
So. Right, it's Grey's Anatomy.
That's what I came in here for.
What are you watching?
I was watching. What the heck was I watching?
That god awful fucking show.
No, I wasn't watching that. I'm done it.
Did you bring a bag of marshmallows in?
Yeah, we need marshmallows.
We need marshmallows.
Marshmallows for my crossbow.
Okay, hold on.
Wait a minute. This is not fair. You do not deserve a wife like what? Why? How? There was no argument. There was no like. Well, how is there none of that? You have 2 of them. Oh my!
Well, of course, that's how you have a war.
You know, just not fair.
I need a marshmallow crossbow.
Can we shoot it with square marshmallows?
I like AJ. I think the correct statement is we will try to keep him longer. We will try to keep him longer. Yes. We will.
She brought me fucking like gourmet fancy ass marshmallows. They're cubes.
Them babies are 25 cents a mallow.
I
didn't even know such a thing existed. Just saying.
Look at that. It's root beer.
Hey,
flavor.
So
we're gonna do this.
You know, I don't know if I ever told you this.
Shut up, Kroll.
Okay.
No.
Do it. Fuck. Hold on. Let me present.
I can shoot you.
No, I don't want you to shoot me. I want you to shoot in your mouth like it's supposed to happen. Well, there's tag that.
You need to do it one more time because
Heather, shoot one into his mouth.
They want you to shoot one into my mouth. No.
Oh, come on. It'll be fine. It don't look like
how fast that thing goes? Like, okay, ready?
Print screen. Oh, wow.
Gone forever.
Yeah. Those things really do shoot out.
Hold on. Where do you find gourmet marshmallows?
Where the fuck did you find gourmet marshmallows? And how much of my money did you fucking spend on these? Cinnamon churro? What the shit?
Wow.
But
that's imagine what kind of gourmet s'more that'll make.
Yeah, gourmet s'mores. Can I get some gourmet graham crackers and some Godiva chocolate?
Cackers.
You ate the Godiva chocolate. It was
Gonna have to run that one off.
Yeah, this is an extra 3 miles right here.
These ones are the worst flavor.
Root beer's the worst?
Yeah.
Oh.
Root beer marshmallows. What will the world come up with?
God, get this shit away from me. Fuck.
You don't want to shoot anymore?
Oh, damn.
Don't want to shoot my mallows. Shoot them good.
Oh my god. I love being me.
We got nobody else lined up.
These are the expensive marshmallows.
Oh Jesus, these are the expensive ones?
Holy cow, they come in a like plastic case. Those aren't marshmallows, those are
No, this is DeBrand's. It's our local, you better fucking go there on Valentine's Day shop.
And anniversaries
and
just
so
buy me chocolate.
wow, those are intense.
Guys,
Let's see what this.
I think I
serving size 3 marshmallows. Only 90 calories for 3 marshmallows. That's not bad.
So I think.
So did I
Welcome
tell you
to
guys
the OCX Marshmallow Podcast.
Did I tell you guys my anniversary fuck up?
And
Okay.
these marshmallows are like $14 for this box.
They super don't care. $14 for marshmallow. God damn it! Get them out of here.
So
hold on. I didn't even know all this existed. You guys are really into marshmallows over there.
Yeah, how many marshmallows do you guys
really into marshmallows?
I'm pretty sure my marshmallows come in a cellophane bag.
Yeah.
Marshmallows.
Oh, that's priceless.
50 shades of marshmallows.
So many print screen moments in that last 10 minutes.
Marshmallows. And I'm going to bed. Good night.
Good night, honey.
Good night.
Good luck falling asleep
Good night,
after
honey.
I will have no problem falling asleep after
Jesus, I still need another drink. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we all need another drink. So we're going to just break and
That's
you
what I
don't
just
eat
did.
the $13 marshmallows. You just use them as a conversation piece. Clearly.
I'm assuming those are used in the act of love.
Yeah, I don't. I did the whole break thing, got another beer, and came back to Marshmallow Haven. Whatever.
Well, you know what? You get to educate everyone for the next 10 minutes or 5 minutes on whatever you want to educate our 20 listeners, dude. I'm sorry, but this is amazing. We have 20 listeners, and we've sustained 20 viewers all night. So
most of them, it's probably like 3 people with 5 different screens.
I got 5. I like to watch my coach in fucking surround. I like to be surrounded by coach.
Jerry, I don't sing.
Oh, well, Jerry's good for at least 3. He's
Jerry's definitely got 3 instances of OCX Radio for sure.
Well, to tease everyone, Dion should be coming on here in a little bit. So
good.
That was our little tease.
So I'm serious. I've never seen a gourmet marshmallow before.
No one's seen a fucking No one's ever heard of a gourmet marshmallow.
And Chico in his house has at least 3 packages of gourmet marshmallows.
No, he has 3 different kinds of gourmet marshmallows.
I didn't know such a thing existed.
Like, there's a range there. There's like the Sunterfell of marshmallows.
Jesus,
there's like the fucking alpha class squadron member of marshmallows that we all fucking eat.
And square marshmallows, that's like I don't even know how that exists.
Dude, then I go and look in the fridge and we have like discount manager special cottage cheese.
That's the shit you actually eat, though. That's the stuff you go through.
I see how the priorities are in your house.
Yeah.
See, you fucking bought that 50 Shades of Grey, and your grocery bill went, it just went all out of whack.
You're allowed to eat that discount shit, but do not touch those gourmet marshmallows.
Right. Oh,
all right.
my God.
So
We were discussing on Chicago in don't know. I'm taking my break. Sorry.
You didn't mute yourself. There you go. Yes. Are we all just doing alternating breaks to take as long as possible?
that's what it looks like. I thought we were all taking a break, so I left, and then I came back to Marshmallow, Mr. Marshmallow, over there.
Padre says there need to be mayonnaise flavored marshmallows.
Oh God,
Right?
that doesn't sound good at all. Neither does root beer flavored marshmallows, though. By the way,
Oh, the root beer is pretty good.
the churro, I could see that being a thing.
Yeah, I didn't try that one.
I noticed
Even though
she-
I guess she
I
like
noticed
just
she
opened
snaked-
them when she got
They
in
snaked that bag back right away. Like, nope, those are the good ones.
here. No, those DeBrands ones, I gotta crack those open. Holy shit.
The brand, so that's a local thing.
So it's based here. I don't know how many locations they have. I know they have one in the Middle East. Like some guy in the Middle East came over here and was like your chocolate, best chocolate, or however they talk. And you know,
That was
forced
good. I
them
like
to
that.
open
No. We've done enough with marshmallows.
All right, we
Talk about something else.
We're back to knives.
Talk about yeah, we're back to knives. We'll talk about knives now. No, you bitches gonna talk about how everyone is severely having dyslexia when it comes to fucking tournament structures.
We're not back from commercial. Can't do that. What's wrong with you?
And how do we have dyslexia when we don't know what the tournament structure is going to be? I'm confused with that topic, Coach.
Right.
I don't know what to do now. But
Back to marshmallows. There we go. I'm gonna share my screen. There's the company, DeBrands.
fine chocolates
Yeah.
on a spoon.
Look at that. $13.50 for a. Good lord. Where's their? Oh, there's got to be a. Where do I find one of your damn stores? I need kind of store locations. There we go. Let's look at this. Fort Wayne.
Are they all in Fort Wayne? Are you in Fort Wayne?
Indianapolis. There's one in Indianapolis. Yeah, I'm in Fort Wayne.
Ah, makes more sense.
All right, I need at least 5 more minutes. New topic. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Ready for this?
Okay.
Will the crates ever get back to talking X-Wing?
Yeah. Get rid of that. There we go.
No. Better topic. Fuck, I don't know. Oh, new topic.
Have you ever tried those little colored marshmallows, like the cheap ones? Just completely random colors. I mean, they always kind of weird me out. They probably taste like Fruit Loops.
When I was
right?
like 5, and they all taste the fucking same. It's just food coloring.
Oh, see, that's bullshit. They gotta. If you're gonna do different colors, you gotta have them taste different. God, we ran them off. That's awesome.
He was just about to have a new topic to talk about.
Sorry about his luck there.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you're on your own. Gotta go let the dog in.
Jesus, guys. How could I be on my own? Well, welcome to Chicago, OCX Chicago podcast, ladies and gentlemen. This is my time to fill the radio waves. I don't know what I am going to talk about. So if anybody has a topic they want to talk about in chat, OCX or not, I do not rap. That, Jerry, thank you. Nice try. But we're more than welcome to talk about it. Something other than marshmallows, please. Grasping at straws here. No, Jerry. Somebody other than Jerry. Please say something. All right, so my favorite marshmallow flavor is
Jesus.
Traditional marshmallow flavor. I didn't know there was other flavors other than marshmallow. Like things get marshmallow flavored. I didn't know there was other marshmallow flavors until I've just been enlightened by Sir Chico Brown here.
We're gonna have our word of the day here.
What's the word of the day?
There's just a second. Let me see if I can figure this out. Oh, here we go. Let's crank this up a little bit.
Malvavisco.
You get that?
Malvavisco?
Malvavisco.
Malvavisco.
That is Spanish for marshmallow.
Malvavisco.
Malvavisco. Right.
So I finally convinced people before you came back and started talking about marshmallows again. I finally convinced people to ask some questions, and a couple actually good X-Wing related questions came up. Is what events are you looking forward to in X-Wing 2.0? And AJ asked me, when do you plan on actually playing 2.0? And I plan on playing 2.0 tomorrow night in the OCX. What is that? What's that intro to X-Wing tournament? Ready to fly.
The pre-launch party.
Pre-launch party. That's what it is. So hopefully I'll get to do that in 2.0. And then the events I'm looking forward to most is Worlds, because that's a blast. And I'm going.
If you get to go.
No, I'm going. Whether I make it or not.
You know, right? I've heard this so many times, and I thought we clarified this, that fuck, there's going to be something to do at Worlds. Just go.
Right, I'm going. Yeah. I don't care if they won't let me in the building. I don't need to go in the building.
We've proven that fact wrong. We don't need to be in the building to have a good time.
All right, so
personally, I would rather take everything that we did at Worlds and just do it at Adepticon. Like, I am super excited for Adepticon because I plan on actually playing.
That's Chicago, right?
Yeah.
All right, I didn't realize how useful I was to the show until now, but holy shit. So well, we're going to come out of commercial break because we're done talking about fucking marshmallows.
Malvavisos?
Malvavisos.
Yeah, so AJ requests that next week's episode be called Marshmallows 2.0. I think we should grant that. Just saying.
Are the square ones the second edition of marshmallows?
That is Marshmallow 2.0. The cube.
Thank God. All right, I got a new guest. It's coming on here soon, right here. Hopefully his fucking mic works a little better this time. I can close the 19,000 fucking Facebook things I have open, but whatever. Malavisos. Next episode, title, Malavisos.
There we go.
Yeah.
Speaking, okay, sorry, you all have it wrong. The only way you use a marshmallow in the correct way is you put the gram, the mallow, and I'm breaking tradition here, a Reese's peanut butter cup, and then another gram. Try it. It's called an s'moregasm, and you will never go back to the fucking Hershey's.
Okay, so
that's some high class s'more shit right there.
That's high class s'mores.
I've got another rule thing if you want to
sure, let's do it.
This.
We'll come out of that. We'll come out of that with commercial break. We'll come out with another rule thing. So 3, 2, 1. Thanks for that other commercial that we have no idea what it was, but I appreciate it very much. I promise you, everyone listening on the non-live cast, that we will try to get new commercials. I swear to God. The only reason we have these commercials live. The only reason we can have these commercials is so we can have a little break during the live cast. So you just have to suffer. I'm sorry. Just hit the little skip button like twice, and then you'll be fine. Because I give you a bunch of nonsense, after the commercial that, like, now we'll get into some actual real shit. So Chico has yet another 2.0 rant about the
before I get into that, can we do like a commercial about marshmallows?
Sure.
Okay. Nice.
Want to do it right now?
No.
Just off the tongue? I can do it. What was it called? Marveselos?
Malvavisos.
Malvavisos. Ladies and gentlemen, Malvavisos are the greatest thing that you can ever put in your mouth. They will melt and they will taste like marshmallows. And OCX approves of marshmallows, so therefore I think you should eat marshmallows.
Malvavisos.
Good commercial.
Yeah.
Okay, so so here's the question that a lot of people have been asking, and this has to do with specifically Darth Vader crew, but it goes along with a lot of other things. So Darth Vader crew says, at the start of the engagement phase, you may choose one ship in your firing arc at range 0 to 2 and spend a force, blah, 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 stuff happens. So the question here is, do you choose a ship and then measure to see if it's at range and in your arc? Or do you get to measure all the things and then pick one that's at range and in your arc? It seems that they are going the way of you get full knowledge and then get to decide, which I'm not completely sure. Like, I like it that way, but at least they're keeping consistent. Like target locks, you just measure fucking everything and then pick something. So it instead of having it be something that that only players that feel like they're okay with pushing the boundaries do, they're now making it that this is just normal for everyone to do, which I guess I like it in that aspect, because then it's just the thing. It's not something is like, well, I don't do that because I don't think it's in the spirit of the game. Well, now it's just written in there. Just fucking go for it. So just infinite freaking knowledge, I guess.
Are you saying that you can measure all the ships and then decide which one you want to lock?
Yeah, that's straight up in the target lock rules.
Yeah, I guess I haven't read that.
Measure range to every object you want, and then pick what you want to lock.
So I guess that's a little different, because I thought they were going a little bit more on the brutal side of the rules with the whole failed action thing.
All right.
So I guess the only way that you could fail a target lock is if nothing's inside range, right?
Right. That's what it seems like.
Huh. That's a little discouraging.
Oh, and by the way, failing a target lock definitely happens all the fucking time.
Oh, yeah.
Ow.
And it sucks.
No, I don't even know how that's possible.
Yeah, it's super possible, because you're like, that's definitely in range 3. Nope. It's like a millimeter short. And
but then
like,
then you can target lock, like an asteroid, because that's worthwhile.
Yeah, that's awesome. When you're the Inquisitor and when you acquire target lock, you don't get a fucking evade token.
Right.
That'll have to be something to get used to. Well, talking about failed actions a little, something was brought up in chat earlier. Might as well.
I thought you were going to bring up our next guest.
No. Talk about failed actions. No. Somebody mentioned earlier in chat if we had talked about the composed talent, which states after you fail an action, if you perform if you do, you may perform a focus action. And the thought of purposely failing actions to get a focus token, and I don't really see somebody putting that on their ship just to fail an action. I see it more as a fail safe. Like, hey, I'm gonna try this barrel roll.
No, there's something to it, and this is where it comes into play. So if you look at the E-wing, if I pull up an E-wing, let's go with Gavin. We'll go with Gavin. We'll look at Gavin. So they've got the action of so focus, evade, target lock, and then you can either barrel roll into a linked red target lock or boost into a red target lock. People want to put composed on that, so you can barrel roll into a red target lock, fail the lock, get a white focus. So you're either barrel roll or boost into a linked white focus because you're forcibly failing your lock. And this is where the discussion comes in. And frankly, I don't know where I sit on this because they want to be able to fail a target lock by choosing to not lock anything. Because what it says in the rules reference is you fail to lock if you choose, if you do not choose an object to lock. Now, can you choose nothing and therefore fail it?
Sure.
Even if something is possibly in range.
That's the whole fucking Tyrannicola thing that we were talking about.
So there you go. They're trying to cheat some action efficiency and barrel roll focus and not take any without taking a red action in there. No stress.
Right.
So that's clever, I guess.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know if it'll be good or if it'll be allowed. Right now it seems like it might be possible, but it feels like one of those things that is so off of what was planned that it'll be made to not happen. Know what I mean?
Sure.
So we'll see.
So moving on, we have a new guest with us that would like to discuss a little bit of X-Wing with everyone. Again, no introduction need to be made. Mr. Mark Ventham. Mark. And I didn't mute him this time, so...
He is muted, though.
He is muted.
It's hidden in his little thing.
I can't unmute. Can you unmute?
Mark.
He's muted.
I thought you muted me.
I didn't mute shit,
there you go.
motherfucker. You lying son of a bitch.
I don't believe you. Hey, man.
Hi, Mark.
What's happening?
Well, we're talking a little bit of 2.0, a little rants or raves.
Well, yeah. That target lock thing, if I remember rightly, it tells you to choose something. I don't think it says you may choose something. It says choose a target. I don't think you have a choice in the matter.
Right, and that's where the discussion comes into play. Like, I could see it going either way. Like, I feel like it's not going to be a thing, though.
Not going to be a thing. I don't know about the Han Gunner thing either, but the chances of you actually getting all 3 shots off don't matter. So even if Han does count as a bonus attack, you're only likely to use 2 of the shots anyway, ever. So I don't really feel like
it would be super crazy if you had like 3 different angles that you're firing out of. That'd be impressive.
Yeah. It'd be impressively bad of your opponent to put themselves in that position.
Right, fair.
Right, yeah, that's true too.
It's like I think it should be allowed because if your opponent does that, they deserve it.
Fair. That's how we balance games.
So, Mark, let me ask a question. Have you gotten a lot of 2.0 games in?
Not a lot, no. Played a couple. X-Wings and stuff. I don't like Y-Wings. Ion cannon turrets are rubbish. Luke is amazing, and proton torpedoes are amazing too.
Now, isn't that odd that proton torpedoes, which were the back of the book card forever in 1.0, now all of a sudden they're like, holy shit, these are good.
Yeah.
They are. What makes them good, Mark?
It's basically a 4 dice attack. Like, instead of a 3 at range 2 and 3, I'm now rolling 4 dice instead at range like twice. Bullshit.
Now, would you say that the proton torpedoes are like the closest thing we can get to a harpoon, not counting the condition card, but just a straight up harpoon attack?
It's like the old proton torpedoes, but you now, because you're Luke and you're amazing, you have double mods. You don't spend the target lock. You have a force, so you can target lock, shoot this bad boy. It's like, I don't know, 4 dice, guidance chips, focus, mini focus. It's just stupid good. It really is.
Are there guidance chips in 2.0?
No, it's the equivalent of.
It's the equivalent. Okay, I got you. I get what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's stupid good.
Yeah, it's very good. In your games of 2.0, do you have anything that you're like wary about, or what? Do you have any concerns about 2.0?
Nah, it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome.
What?
I mean, some of it is super frustrating. Fang fighters at range 1 are bullshit. But,
as they always have been.
Yeah, but it's even out of arc now. You can be out of their arc and they still just dodge everything because they're, you know. Everything's really good now. Do you know what I mean? Everything seems as over the top as certain things were in 1.0 at the end. Everything's like that now. It's great.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. That's how we balance games. We make everything bullshit. Right?
I can feel your anger.
I actually think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Now, Mark, I'm really glad that you came on tonight because I do want to discuss a couple of things with you. The rumors have been flying that FFG has reached out to your neck of the woods.
I kind of really wanted to avoid that subject, but
okay, no, that's fine. That's fine.
No, I'm going to avoid saying bad things.
Oh, okay.
So all the hate has flowed out of me. It's gone. I'm happier now. The big petition.
Puppies and sunshine. Try to throw up rainbows.
It's nothing but marshmallows.
What I'm trying to tell, fucking marshmallows are amazing.
Dude, while you were talking, I found a place that does customized printing on marshmallows. We're gonna have OCX marshmallows for Patreon rewards.
Jesus, was that you to put that in the groupies chat?
Hell yeah!
God,
that really is a thing.
Only like $1.25 per mallow.
They look like shit though.
They
really
like
do look bad.
But no, I want to hear this marshmallowy taste of what you got for us.
Well, after the big petition thing, the online petition that Rob did, things did actually happen, and the distributor started actually talking to people and listening to people, more importantly, and things have changed, and things do look a lot better already. Just in, the month or so since it all happened, things are looking a lot more positive. I don't know how much FFG and organised play have had to do with that. That's, their business. But there's a lot more positive stuff coming from the distributor now. So I'm pretty happy at the moment. They keep it up, and everyone should just be satisfied as far as I'm concerned, if they keep going the way they are now.
That sounds fantastic. I mean, all credit due. I put that question on our little questionnaire that we had for Wade last week, and that got shot down right away. And I knew it was going to.
And then we even tried to sneak it in afterwards.
Yeah, and you fucking tried to sneak it in. You son of a bitch. But hey, that's great news, man. That is huge news for you guys down there. I know it's been a bitch. And Padre's been trying to keep you guys up on everything, and us at OCX have been trying to keep you guys, on the same level. But Believe
Hey,
me, when
I actually haven't received any of those packages yet, by the way.
what?
Yeah, I
It
don't.
takes fucking forever to get out there.
Australian Post broke it
Right.
because Rob and AJ got theirs already, and I'm pretty sure the Fly Casual guys got theirs.
What?
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
fucking A. There you go.
It's only been a few weeks, and it is Australian Post, so I'm holding out.
fuck
It's
that.
somewhere.
There's some kangaroo hopping around the outback with a package in its belly.
You guys can't talk about it yet. You guys. Whoa.
I don't know what you just said, eh?
Oh, it seems like AJ's a little bit more on the inside track than you are. She says we're not allowed to talk about it yet, but whatever.
Oh, okay. I've got no idea. I can't see the chat.
That's fine. What I do want to talk about is what are your hopes and dreams or your rants and raves against 2.0? What are you looking forward to? What are you not looking forward to, bud?
I'm looking forward to playing Tom. Tom Dobson is busting out the tie swarm again and making everybody's lives sad. So I'm looking forward to getting Rack out. I'm going to go Rack Vader and see if it can just demolish the lot of them and make him super sad instead. That's my goal in life at the moment.
That's interesting that you brought up Rack because a lot of players have been trying to figure out where the Decimator fits in 2.0. Without engine upgrade,
on my side of the table.
Without engine upgrade, it's tough.
It's got reinforce. It doesn't have to dodge arcs. It just ignores half of your damage.
That's true. That's true. But it's a red action, isn't it?
Reinforce is not red.
No, but if you minister tour, so you can take an action, and then at the start of the engagement phase, I think minister tour gives you a red reinforce.
Oh shit! Oh,
you can kind of push into it.
Okay.
For extra, however much minister tour for.
It's going
to be legit.
Yeah.
Because if you couldn't do that and you were reinforcing with no mods for your attacks, like it would just be sad and not worth doing it. But if you can focus or target lock against, whatever you want to shoot at, as well as reinforce, happy days, I reckon. It's worth a try.
Yeah, no, I get you there. Wow. No, I knew what Minister Tua did, but now that you put it all in context.
So at the start of the engagement phase, if you're damaged, you may perform a red reinforce action. It's kind of the 2.0 version of Usain Ice Art.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Ice Art. Forever forgotten.
Fuck her. I never liked
her. She was always a good bad guy from the books. I liked her in there.
Yeah?
She was part of Rogue Squadron.
I didn't read that one.
Yeah, the whole Rogue Squadron series, they were having a back and forth with her. Really good recurring leader that came out of the remnants of the Imperials and tried to bring everybody together. And she I think she was the one that ripped a super Star Destroyer right out from the underground of Coruscant. That was a crazy one. Evidently there was just one fucking buried underneath a whole bunch of buildings, and she just fucking launched it, ripped out half of Coruscant with it.
Seems legit.
Yeah. It's the fucking Star Wars, books. Everything was just fucking crazy in those. Just big giant death weapons from everywhere.
Hey Mark.
Yeah.
Give us an update on what Renegade Squadron is up to these days.
Failing miserably. Actually, our latest episode.
I didn't want to be a dick about it, but I was like, you guys are putting shit out. So
the week where everybody had the audio problems and everybody sounded like shit. Well, ours was that bad. We didn't even put the fucking episode out. We had
what do you mean by everybody? Thing. I mean, we sounded just
everybody but
amazing.
So,
you know what I mean.
When's Renegade Squadron coming back up?
I don't know. I don't know. It's very much when
mystery,
I feel like
baby.
It,
mystery that sells tickets.
we need we need stuff that I'm interested in talking about.
I tell you what. You invite us on, we'll maybe figure out a god awful time schedule that we have to be on, but maybe a couple of OCX boys will be on to help kickstart the thing. So
3-4 a.m. You down for that?
No.
On like a weekend, on a weekend, like your Sunday, our Saturday, maybe we'll see. I've done crazier
if we can do
things.
like a Saturday or a Sunday afternoon around this time, then sure. That sounds like fun.
You shoot me a time and a schedule, and I'll try to figure it out.
You got to remember they're in the future, though, Coach. So when you say,
do you know how much I want to live in the future? A lot. So
yeah,
I'll make it work.
It's 1:45 in the afternoon on Thursday, right here, right now.
Yeah, that's fucking future.
Yeah, man.
Hey,
we get X-Wing 2.0 a day before you.
3.0. But yeah, no, definitely hit us up. I listened to the first couple episodes. I was impressed. I liked it. Just keep it up, man. I know how hard it is to do a podcast every week, so
we just don't feel like there's enough to talk about every week.
You get me on, I'll give you some stuff to talk about. So
fucking hell. Basically, what happened was,
and see what happens with that. You're gonna end up talking about fucking marshmallows.
No, the great thing is I got a lot of like dirt on all my co-hosts that I need to like offload that no one else is gonna listen to other than the southern half of the fucking hemisphere. So
I mean, you can do it now, whenever you want, man. It's your show.
Nope.
Come on, Coach. Tell us how you really feel. Take another drink of that whiskey.
Well, look at the time. Looks like Mark's out of time for his telethon here. So
wow. I'm feeling the love.
Mark, any shout outs, buddy?
Hey, you know what I'm not feeling? My black OCX shirt. Haven't felt that yet.
Oh.
Time out.
I will never not give you shit about this fucking shirt.
And he's gone. I think he's walking to your house right now.
No,
look, there it is.
He'll be here. He'll be there yesterday.
There it is. Right here. There. And back. Folded nicely. But you know what you're getting with this?
You're going to rub it on your genitals?
Full set of 2.0 OCX templates.
Oh, we're waiting for those.
I don't even have one of those shirts.
Chicago doesn't even have one of these, nor is he getting any templates.
Nope.
You will be the first one. The minute I get those templates, buddy, this is the shitty thing. I could have sent this off a long time. I could have. And I feel like really crappy about it. But there's going to be a whole bunch of stuff sent with this shirt. And you're going to be the only one down in your neck of the woods with the 2.0 templates, with the Tirani Calda 2.0, whatever. You're getting stacked. So I know it's been a shitty fucking long time, and I feel really bad about it. But hopefully within 3 weeks, and then another week for shipping for you, you'll have it. So it's here. I didn't sell it. It's still here.
Wait for it.
I'm making you wait for it. That's what it is.
Yeah. Or I'll pick it up at Worlds, maybe.
No. You'll have it in a month. You'll have it in a month, fucker.
That's all right. I'm not going to Worlds anymore.
You are too. You are too.
I fucking am not.
Buy the fucking plane ticket, and I will put you up, and you'll be fine.
To do what?
The
chances are the only trials or cups or whatever that are going to be happening, I'm probably going to be running, the ones in my area. I won't get a ticket. I won't get an invite. And even if I ask for a press pass or something, like 50% of the people that, the whole reason I wanted to go is because there's 500 X-Wing players that I get to meet and, you know, share the love with. And half of those people probably aren't going to be there now.
No, fuck that.
We're
all going to be there.
The value. They literally cut the value of Worlds in half for me.
Dude, we're all going to be there.
How many United States judges do we have to get to say we're not doing it before they get down the line to you? And be like, well, I guess we got to go with this guy.
Well, hey,
you heard
after Uncle Mark's story about how last year's judge let his opponent tractor beam him off the table, I feel like I'm a shoo-in.
Jesus.
So I feel like, you know, if anyone,
Mark, I just want to say this right now. We got the inside track. We'll get you there.
It's expensive though to not have all those people there. Like,
buy
the
plane ticket. I'll pay for the hotel room.
Don't have to do that either. But it's not. I'm thinking maybe we do like Adepticon or Gen Con or something like Chico was saying. Maybe that's just the better option.
Oh, Gen Con is fun. Gen Con's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is.
There's so many thousands of people there though. Like I wasn't looking forward to that.
There's so many people, but yeah, okay. If I was in your case, and I'm gonna try to get you off here pretty soon because
buddy.
Because Dion's more important, is that what you're saying?
No, I'd fuck Dion. I don't even know where he's on. Fuck him. Dude, I don't know if I had to choose. If I had to choose between Gen Con and X-Wing Worlds, I'd go Gen Con.
Gen Con.
Mm-hmm.
In a heartbeat, you can stay with us. Fuck it.
Maybe that's the way to go.
There's just
the problem is X-Wing Worlds is literally only X-Wing. Right? Like FFG's not going to have their own X-Wing Worlds and be like, "Oh my god, we only have 64 people coming." Like, no, that's not going to happen. They're going to be like, "No, everyone who wants to buy an $80 badge to X-Wing Worlds that isn't even in the tournament, okay, go ahead, dummies."
Well, you're going to have a significantly lower number of non-Americans there, and I completely agree. That is a big part of why I'm like, I really want to bother going to that when I can go to one of the other massive events here in the Midwest and see probably 60 to 80% of the people I would go to Worlds to see.
I disagree. I think that X-Wing Worlds will be the premier. Everyone's going to go to that event. Everyone.
No.
Even if they haven't qualified for the tournament, I still hold faith in that X-Wing Worlds is going to be an open event. Anyone can buy a ticket. And hell, it might be even $20.
To go without playing?
No, you can't play in the tournament. Boo-hoo. You can't fucking play in the tournament. But you know what you can do? You can experience an entire weekend full of nothing but X-Wing players. Everyone's going to be there. There's going to be events going all over the place. There's going to be super fucking crazy, awesome, cool acrylics and everything to win, even if you're not in the tournament. But I think
if there are other tournaments happening, maybe, but I can't see it being very big, to be honest.
No, it will.
I can't see the 30 or 40, English guys going over there again.
Right. I don't see like the entire weekend Warlords squadron showing up together.
No. And the same with the Australians. Like we've been pushing. We had at least 30 people who were keen to go. And we'll be lucky if there's even that many invites available to our country. The fucking Kiwis don't come over and steal some of anyway.
Just call me batshit fucking crazy, but I think FFG has something up their sleeve, an ace in the card, you win top 16, you're in the world championships the next day, kind of a thing.
I mean, I hope you're right. I'm skeptical though.
I don't see them losing that revenue, right? If we all want to say FFG is a money company, they're not going to lose out on that revenue. They're not going to do X-Wing World Championships when the only people they get to go are the people that they're paying flight, hotel, and whatever to go. That doesn't make any sense. That is a bad business decision.
No, there's still only going to be a couple of those per country that actually get paid flights. There's definitely only going to be one in Australia if it happens at all.
No, and I get that. But what I'm saying is, are you going to hold an entire thing where you're literally paying all these people to come here when you know for a fact, if you just open it up, you're like, fuck it, $10 a ticket to get into the X-Wing Worlds.
As a spectator.
As a spectator. You know there's gonna be thousands of people that show up for that shit.
I feel like that's wrong. I don't believe you.
All right.
Well, I hope you're right, Coach. But I'm with Mark on this.
I will make a bet right now with
skeptical.
Mark. Let's see. What could be a
it's
good bet?
It's a fucking expensive trip to go and watch. A lot of people aren't going to be okay with that.
True. Okay. I will bet you. Fuck.
5 million marshmallows.
I'll bet you a package of marshmallows. That Worlds is open to everyone compared to Worlds is open to only those that qualify.
Wade said on your show like last week, he's not even sure. He's not even sure if the doors are going to be open to people without tickets. He said that.
I know.
He said he didn't know if you could even get in. We'll see.
Yeah.
He was not allowed to commentate.
Take the bet. That's some easy marshmallows.
Like I said, I don't know if that's going to draw enough people.
Into Australia? Is that allowed?
Yeah, we're even allowed Kinder eggs.
Mark?
Oh, motherfucker.
I look forward to seeing you at Worlds, buddy. We got to let you go.
All right, man.
You have a good night.
You keep the faith.
Hey, please keep me updated on how it's going down there on the whole FFGOP thing.
Yeah, we'll do. But
right.
I've actually got high hopes for once.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of high hopes on your end. So you have a wonderful afternoon.
Thanks, man.
You have a good night, buddy.
Peace.
Bye, Mark.
All right. I'm going to let you guys go into your little rants here.
What short rants?
If you have anything. If you don't have anything, make something up because I need 10 minutes.
Let me see how far I have to scroll up in this stupid thing.
As we're reaching 11 o'clock and Dion hasn't sent me shit. So... Oh, Dion Morales. Hey, if you want to go on a Dion Morales rant, that's fine.
Can we talk about how you shouldn't go to his event until he gets on here?
Oh, yeah.
Is that all he's coming on for? Is a shameless plug?
It's the OCX brothel hour. That's what it is. All we do is fucking promote other people's fucking shit. Apparently. All right, I'm gonna go into my little 2.0 rant.
Let's hear it.
All right, so I started this game off when it was a newborn, brand new, came right out of the package, and I've stuck with it forever. And now Now I am a scrub. I'm a flat out fucking scrub. I don't know shit. Barrel rolls are wrong. Templates are upside down. Not templates, but dials are upside down. I tried to rotate my dial the other day. I was like, huh, this is backwards. This should not be this way. Why is it this way?
Buy some dial upgrades. Fixes everything.
I know. But that little fucking arrow thing? No. Bullshit. No, I'm not buying dial upgrades. I'm buying dial upgrades because I need to. Thanks, Asmodee. Whatever. So I played my first game of 2.0, and my Inquisitor, my Grand Inquisitor, could not do what the Grand Inquisitor is supposed to do. He's supposed to be able to focus, target lock, get his evade. Or he's supposed to barrel roll, target lock, get his evade. Or he's supposed to boost, target lock, get his evade. You can't hit him. Now, I have to do one of those things, and I have to spend a focus charge, one of my two, to do what he was supposed to do. Nah. I'm just going to warn everyone out there right now. There are a lot of old X-Wing players. They're not happy at all with what's going on. And yes, X-Wing 2.0 is going to fix a lot of stuff, but there's a hardwired mentality into some pilots that when I play the Inquisitor, I should have focus, target lock, and fade. Or I should do this, or this. Or another pilot. I should be able to do this, and this. And when they can't do that, that's going to make them frustrated.
Well, I think that's a lot of the whole erasing that 1.0 mentality is going to be part of the hardest part of the transition, Coach. You can't go into squad building the same way. You're not going to have the same action efficiency. I imagine that these first OCX or the first, not OCX, but the first 2.0 tournaments that we have, we're going to see a lot of guys trying to play 1.0 squads in 2.0. And it just doesn't matter. You can't bring the same Palp Aces crew that you used to and have the same type of powerhouse squad that you used to. You just can't. It's a mentality shift that you have to make. And I think once you get used to it, you'll be fine. But you're going into 2.0 with a 1.0 mentality. You can't do that. It's not going to work. It's a different game.
I completely agree. Like I like the switch. I mean, looking at the Inquisitor, like I look at him and I'm like, man, like he's got some tricks there, but I'm going to be able to hit him. Whereas like in first edition, some of those aces, if I didn't catch them at range 1 or 2 in my primary arc, they were fucking invincible. And that's not what it's meant to be. I mean, these guys are meant to be, tactical arc dodgers and flankers, and with arcs being mobile, and that they actually have to pay attention to where they're going and getting into that pocket where they can shoot and not
you can't shoot at them.
Yeah,
that's the whole point.
It's no longer you can't hit me. It's you have to concentrate on you can't shoot at me, and which is what I feel an arc dodgers should be more. I mean, they had to token stack them before because there were so many anywhere I want to shoot turrets. It's like, okay, how do I make this guy feel like, I got out of your primary arc. How can I survive? Is like, fucking toke it, stack him, and give him auto thrusters. And that's what we had to do. And man, how many fucking times did it feel bad? Just pumping, just roll after roll after roll after roll into the Inquisitor or Soontir Fel or Kylo Ren. And you're like, I'm rolling these dice and it just ain't gonna fucking, oh, look, 3 natural crits. Praise be. Like, oh, and I rolled 1 eye double blank. I'll change that focus with my focus. I'll use my evade token. Auto thrusters the other. Fuck you. So many times. It sucks so hard. Glad it's gone. I can actually hit things now if I fly well.
Right. Is another thing I want to bring up is I understand that now hitting things is easy. Right?
It's statistically easier if you get them in your arc.
Is it equally frustrating when you literally have to pick up your dice and you're like, I have 1 focus, and you roll and you're like, say I'm piling up Jan and Lieutenant Blount or whatever, and I'm like, I got 5 fucking dice, yeah. It's like I got 2 hits and 2 focuses and a blank. You're like,
so you rolled average.
You rolled average.
Ish.
But you know what it is? Now you don't have that floating goddamn focus from some other person that this is that. Now it's just like, that's your roll. I'm going to roll my defense dice. Okay, well, a hit got through. What my question is, in this game, going from 1st edition to 2nd edition, is when you roll that roll, you roll 2 hits, 2 focuses, 1 blank. In 1st edition, you're like, fuck yeah, spend the focus because I didn't need to because of this and this and this. I got 4 hits, one blank.
More like in 1st edition, it's like, I rolled those. I got 2 hits, whatever. I'll spend my focus. Spending my focus gets me a target lock. I can roll my target lock, then guidance ships the other one. Boom, 5 hits. Fuck you.
Exactly.
It's like,
and now,
fucking bullshit. It's like the dice were irrelevant, and that was so pointless.
But even in 1.0, it was like, okay, well, I'll C-3PO this, and I'll fucking reinforce this, and blah, blah, blah. I'll take 2 shields. That's cool. That's gone.
But
That's
what
gone,
was good? Because what was the point of the dice then?
Basically, in
like
1.0,
meaningless.
In 1.0, it was the number of dice you get to roll because they're all gonna fucking hit. If you're rolling the right combination of shit. And then same thing on defense. It's the number of dice you get to roll because you're going to be able to evade that many until you get the occasional unlucky roll. And this puts more of that, more parity and more viability to the actual dice roll. And I like that. There's less manipulation. You're not the... What's that combination that people were running in the end of 1.0 where they could, is it Moth? I don't fucking remember, but it was fucking ridiculous. You could I'm going to take a stress token to re-roll this dice, and when it hits, then if it hits, I get to clear my stress token and you can suck a dick.
Oh, it was the Darth Maul Ezra combo.
Darth Maul, not Maul. Right, yeah, Maul Ezra. That's
like, I'm going to take some stress to re-roll things. Oh, I'm stressed. Now I can focus. They're just fucking 4 rolls that were like all pretty much modified.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah.
So let me propose the question. We haven't seen a lot of tournaments or a lot of games, specifically 2.0. If there is a meta that hits right? So this does this, this does this, this does this. And you know that meta is going to get out there. It's even without List Juggler, the meta is going to get out there. Is 2.0 better equipped to handle that at a very fast pace, or is it going to be the same thing as we've seen? The meta evolves, then FFG considers the meta, then people get trounced thinking they can beat the meta, and then FFG goes, yeah, we're going to point cost this up or down.
I think there's still going to be that feedback delay. There has to be a little bit of it.
Right. You're eventually going to end up with some sort of meta, and people are going to bitch about the meta, but then hopefully it gets fixed without just having to power creep things into infinity. Now they can adjust points and have hopefully everything on an even playing field.
Right. So to answer your question a little more detailed, yes, there will be a meta. And yes, FFG will be able to respond a little bit quicker and better. Not necessarily quicker, because I think it'll still take some time to respond to the meta that develops, but they'll be able to, instead of just trying, like Chico said, power creep other ships to respond to it, they can point cost something out of the meta very quickly. So I think the response will be more accurate and not have to boost all these other things that are coming out, and the next wave of ships having ridiculous combos to counter the other ridiculous combos. They just said, oh, well, let's make it so that they can't put that combination of shit together again. And hopefully they do that. And we lost them.
Oh shit, he did go away. Yeah.
Fucking Ninja. Goddamn Ninja.
He's just so sick of us disagreeing with him. He disappeared.
Well, I you know what? I kind of feel his pain. I feel like I'm gonna go through the first learning. I've been trying to squad build over the last 2 weeks, and I go through that same thing. I start off trying to build the squads that I'm used to playing, that I like playing with guys that I'm familiar with and who I think how they're gonna act, and they don't act that way anymore. You can't count on the Grand Inquisitor to have that super duper action efficiency. You're gonna have to fly better.
I mean, just the other day, I was looking at taking some of my old lists that I used to fly and just seeing what I could translate those into second edition. And I was like, you know what? I really liked flying Palob, Cavil, and Bosk. And that was fun. Let's see what I could translate that into, sort of. And Bosk isn't really as good. You can party bus them up a little bit. And then I was like, man, Palob looks really good. And, Cavil is still Cavil, and the Y-Wing is, doing good. And I'm like, maybe I could do something with that. It's like, but that list was really good because of TLT. I'm like, motherfucker. Like,
right.
Okay, we'll scrap that thing. Like,
yeah.
It's like you just have to completely change it.
That's the first thing I did was, all right, let me put together a Palp Aces squad. And I read the Palpatine card, and, oh, well, that doesn't really do, it's not quite the powerhouse it used to be. And I'm not going to, it just, you can't have the same 1.0 mentality, period. You can't just transfer a squad from 1.0 to 2.0. It's not going to happen. There has to be you have to adjust. You have to
TIE Swarm.
You have to adapt, right?
It's I actually think that, people like Coach and me, and I don't know if you have, but who have played since like wave 1, wave 2 of first edition, we remember those days of TIE Swarms. And I'm almost looking at it as I'm trying to find something else, because I know flying TIE Swarms all day long can just it will burn you out by round 3. But I'm looking at it, I'm like, maybe I just fly a fucking TIE swarm at, you know, whatever my next event is, and just kind of get a lay of the land and just know that I can just Hal Runner Iden my way out of everything. And like, I know I can do a TIE swarm fairly well. Like I did it way back in the day. I've done it periodically throughout using like crack swarms. So, you know, maybe I do that and just kind of see what's out there. And like knowing that like things are going to get hit, a 2-die primary isn't awful anymore. So it's like, maybe I just do that.
Yeah, I came in wave 3 or 4, I think, but like kind of the tail end of when TIE swarms were super viable. But people were still flying them. And
like Bloody Daggers was starting to take over.
Yeah. You need that the whole problem with swarms for me is time in maneuvering, right? It just takes, it's like you said, I don't think you're going to change that. The whole activation maneuver, like choosing your maneuvers and getting them dials down and moving 6 ships, 5 ships on a board takes time. And I think that's going to be the hard part to deal with when you're dealing with the swarms. But yeah, you got to get back to basics a little bit, and you got to erase everything you already know. And that's, as Padre said, it's overwhelming, the kind of stuff that you're trying to learn.
Oh,
and
yeah.
what you're trying to think of.
It's like, even just trying to sit there is like, I wonder, like people have got to be doing this like all over the place where they're sitting there and going, okay, I'm going to fly over here. I'm going to do this. I'm going to barrel roll over there, and I'm going to sit right behind that. And it's going to be fucking awesome. And then they go to do it, and then they go to barrel roll, and their opponent's like, no, you got to line up the markers and do the 2.0 barrel roll. And they're like, fuck, I can't get back far as I wanted to. I am right in your bullseye. I'm fucked.
Right.
It's like, I mean, like people are going to screw that up. So
yeah, it's going to take a little bit, but once everybody gets used to it, if you took the mentality, if like, honestly, there is probably a little bit of an advantage for people who are just getting into the game than people that remember all the 1.0 stuff. And fair enough, good for them. But
right. I think the only benefit that I'm going to have going into this is that I have massive like list ADD. I am constantly bouncing between lists. So like I'm really good at like the basics of X-Wing, like in general, but like knowing a particular faction or a particular flight style of certain things is just like something that I bounce between so much that I never really got super used to the constant boost barrel roll or candy canes of Whisper and stuff like that. Like I never got those things so beaten into my head that that's all I knew. Like, because I was bouncing between a bajillion things all the time. So it'll be easier for me to, go into is like, okay, now I want to try this 2.0 Phantom. It's like, oh, I don't have to think, decloak candy cane constantly all the time. I can go on with the new, hopefully. We'll see. I don't know how it'll work.
I still think it's good. And I think, Coach, your rant is invalid.
Yeah.
Next.
I tried, guys. I tried. You know what? This is how my entire fucking week's gone. I'm done. Fuck it. The brothel's closed. You want to whore yourself out on the OCX Radio podcast show? You're done. We're done. We're done accepting shit. So
can call shout outs and call it a night. It's getting a little late.
We're gonna call shout outs, call it a night. It's midnight for Chico. It's late for us. Dion wanted to come on tonight and plug the Gold Squadron Podcast Classic, which is coming up September 20 something. I don't know. Go to the fucking webpage.
If you're in the area, look into it. It's for a good cause. The Boy Scouts of his area. So
It's a good cause. I don't want to downplay it. It's a good cause. Go if you're in the area. Go. I mean, seriously. Register with them. Where at? I don't know. This and this. I don't know. But it's a good X-Wing community. You're gonna win a bunch of prizes.
And the Boy Scouts will bring beer to your table.
Right.
Sounds amazing.
I'm done trying tonight. So
okay, you got any shout outs other than that?
I want to shout out to our guests that were on tonight. Tommy, Padre, Mark, and Harold. I want to shout them out. Thank you for answering the call. I thought tonight was a pretty good episode. It's different. I want to shout out. Jesus Christ, I don't even know anymore. Hey, I want to shout out to Bruno. First of all, Bruno, thank you, buddy, for everything you're doing for me right now. I can't tell you how much. Can't tell you how much that picture meant to me. I've been dealing with this thing for a long time, and that picture you sent me, which was glorious, made me feel a lot better. So I want to shout out to all of our Patreons. I know you've been patiently waiting, and man, you got the patience of fucking Job, man. It's unbelievable. But you're gonna be getting stuff in the mail next week. I promise it. If I have to fucking make my kids stack or stuff envelopes, it'll happen. But yeah, I just want to thank everyone who's watching right now. All 13 viewers. Woo!
Mm-hmm.
That's me.
I want to shout out to Heather for introducing us to the world of gourmet marshmallows, because without that, I didn't know they existed. And that's about all I got.
Yeah, my shout out goes out to everybody over at Kraft Jet Puffed Marshmallows. The one, the only, the original.
The original.
Mm-hmm. They are the 1.0 of marshmallows. Can we start calling second edition the edition? Just forget about first edition and just have it be the edition.
Yes, I'm just gonna start calling it X-Wing.
There you go. Like, which one are you talking about? First edition or second edition? No, the edition. There you go. All right, that's all I got. I don't have any real shout outs. So, it's been a good night.
So, if you have any comments, Jesus Christ.
You can do it. I believe in you.
If you have any comments or suggestions, please email us at ocxradio@gmail.com. Montana will be sure to probably read it and either determine if it's junk or not. Also, if you want to join the greatest Facebook group page in X-Wing, that is called the OCX Aces Worldwide X-Wing Community Facebook page. We don't fuck around with other people stealing our things. Man, I'm just not into it. If you'd like to become a Patreon of the show, please head over to patreon.com/OCX Radio. We have the ghost turret rings in the process. So even if you are a $1 Patreon, fuck off, Montana. If you're a $1 Patreon member, you'll be getting those. I want to thank everybody for watching and listening. I want to thank everybody who supported OCX. We're not just a podcast. We are an open community X-Wing project. So, huzzah for us. We're going to yub-nub this thing because I am spent. So,
Yub-nub.
Hey! Yub nub.
Nope.
Bida dub dub.
Yep, nope.
Bop bida bop boop. Bida bop boo. Dio didn't show up. That's his major flaw. That's his only flaw.
All right.
This I was frantically trying to figure out if I could find some Stay Puft Marshmallow Man quotes. That's I got nothing.
All right. Good night, everyone. All you in YouTube world. Love you all. We really do. I don't think people realize how much we do, but we do. So, good night.
I don't think people realize how much we drink.
Oh, I think they realize how much we drink. I think that's not hidden on them, but have a good night, everyone.
Good night.